Anyway, so it's just a little bit past, quarter past. So if you guys are all ready, we'll get started. Actually, do
Yep,
something
yep.
positive instead of wince at disgrace that is the alien show. Um, right
Oh,
on time is Kenshin.
Here,
hey.
cool. It is I, your Keanu Reeves sounding like guy. I don't know.
Anyway, so
You got here
um,
just in time to miss all the bitching.
yeah.
Who's bitching?
It's a long story short, just ranting about the quality of the or lack thereof of the Alien show that recently came out. But anyway,
I
um,
didn't even give it a chance, man.
good.
I looked at that and I said, that's a cool concept, but I don't think it's gonna be that
They
good.
made Ice Age Continental Drift a plot point. Moving on. Um,
Oh, wow.
so,
Okay.
do you guys remember where we last left off? Because I can give a recap.
It could
And
help.
so our heroes found themselves on the planet that they landed on. I hope I'm writing this report right. We found ourselves in the planet and we found somebody killed by some kind of creature. We don't know specifically what happened. But wandering the ship, we found some kind of nest in the back and these alien life forms that attacked us, nearly killing all of us. We managed to slip away, get what we needed to repair our ship, and leave. Once we
Yep,
left,
and the ship
though,
was scuttled.
I don't know. I'm writing this report scrambled. I'm still having a stroke or something. I don't know. I went last in initiative. I watched all this, damn it. We got the part we needed for the ship, and our pilot, who is incredible and can never fail a roll. Um, then we flew off with one of our friends having a parasite on his face, and I don't know, giving him mouth to mouth.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Duly noted, the security guard who was just present and army pulled somebody out, not really doing anything at all. I still want my money.
Right. Well, I guess that's good enough for government work. Where we begin now is the group having returned to the orbit of Koi 416D. You'd sent out a message beforehand, and within a few hours of your arrival and reporting in, a drop shuttle carrying medical personnel is en route to the Ore Chariot. You have since come out of cryosleep, but Jeff and the creature on his face are still frozen. At this time, you have some time before the medical team arrives in case there's any last-minute prep or conversations you'd like to have. Like, if there's anything you want to do in advance of the medical team coming aboard the Ore Chariot to, uh, you know, try to help Jeff, then what do you want to do?
Are we going into cryo now or later?
No, you came out of Cry because basically you were at Koi
Oh, well, I'll use the
416C.
restroom.
You made it to Koi 416D. What?
I'll use the restroom.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you obviously like you have like breakfast and uh, so you're uh, full and quenched by the time shit hits the fan. So,
Yes, sir.
uh, but yeah, I mean, like, is there anything you guys want to do like outside of like more basic stuff?
I'm just gonna watch over this guy because I don't have a very good feeling about it.
Well, he's
Everything in the
currently in
corpse.
cryosleep, which, by the way, you guys can freely navigate between Deck C, Deck B, and Deck A. Deck A is where the cryo deck is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, good.
and you might notice, yes, Jeff's token is in the medical bay. I mean, he's currently actually in cryo. I just put him in there just
Okay.
because obviously he's eventually going to be in there. So,
Let's make this go smooth and by the numbers. They'll just do a checkup on us, and depending on what they say, we shall be probably ready to go soon if we need a few moments, days, hours, whatever, for the quarantine procedure to finish based on the assessment. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem to go along with that. I'm sure with the equipment they have, they'll be able to help our dear friend Jeff uh, quite quickly, and we'll have all of this sorted and behind us. We
I
will make
certainly
sure not
hope
to lose
so.
anybody else.
Okay.
Is there anything specific I need to do, or are we just kind of wandering about the ship now
I mean, you're
until
pretty much you're left to your own devices aboard the ship unless or until the fucking the medical shuttle comes. I'm just asking you, is there anything specific your characters want to do, like whether to prepare part of the ship or do any sort of secret agenda shit or like whatever you want to do. Like you've got like maybe like an hour or so before the drop shuttle arrives.
I don't really have anything
Nothing
specific
yet.
I'd like to do, but how do I use experience as a side note? I'm sorry.
So basically in this system, unlike, so, I mean, obviously you played Twilight 2000 and, it's like, it goes 5, 10, 15, 20. In this system, it's always just 5 for skills or talents. Um, so
That's
basically
pretty cool.
with skills, so the rules with skills are it caps at 5 for a skill. Um, to actually be able to upgrade the skill, you need to have either used it in the session and succeeded, or have somebody who has at least one rank in that skill train you. If you already have a rank in the skill, like for example, say your range combat is 2, then you could, just put points into it without having to do a roll or have somebody teach you. But again, it still caps at 5. And then for,
If
oh,
stress triggers, does that count as a success still, or does it automatically fail?
I mean, if you got a success on your stress dice, it's still technically a successful roll.
So I could technically bump my range combat to 5.
Yeah, I mean, if your range combat is already 4, then you can bump it up to 5 for 5 XP.
I'd have to use all my XP to do that, but I could in theory because I did shoot succeed and accidentally shot somebody, I think.
Hold on, let me just. So you have 10 XP, your range combat. Yeah, I mean, you could increase it right now. Like
Please.
you don't need to do a roll
Please.
for it because you already, like I said, you already have points in the skill. And as for talents, if you want to learn a talent, it's again 5 XP, and you either have to do a wits roll and get a success. Stress does not count. Um, or have somebody who already has that talent train you.
Okay.
So like if
So
you
do I
wanted
have
to
I
learn a
have to
talent,
roll?
yeah, like if you want to learn a talent, I mean, first of all, tell me what you're rolling for, and
Oh, I
then
just want to increase range combat.
well, if you just want to increase range, yeah, no, you don't have to roll for anything
Okay,
because
cool.
you already have 3 points in range combat, so you can just increase that skill as is.
That's not what I meant to do. I'm sorry.
All right, no worries. Um,
There we go. Okay,
so
I'm done.
anyway, I take it
That's fair.
then that nobody else is doing it. I mean, a certain player already reached out to me about something he wants to do, which I've taken note of, and I'm assuming you're doing that prep work. You don't have to answer. Um,
Yeah.
I am watching over the body of the guy I saved. That's pretty much all I want.
Any-
I just love answering.
Conrad
there-
is just kind of sulking at the bridge area, probably just looking at the controls and stuff. Just kind of thinking of what happened and the mystery behind it all, and just what went wrong and why did we lose
well, I mean, it
anybody.
all started with dropping a probe and then kicking a barrel all the way down a corridor,
No,
thereby
I
alerting
think
the
I think
alien.
I think he's very kind of still confused. How did this happen? How did it
How did
get
this
to?
happen? We're smarter than this.
Yeah, who's responsible for this? This just does not make any sense.
Blame the
um,
company. That's a really smart thing to do,
I mean,
everyone.
are any of you going to join him, or are you just gonna do your own thing?
I'm in the med lab watching
Okay,
over
so
this
you're so
guy.
you're
I'm paranoid
well,
at
like I
this
said, he's
point.
not actually in the med lab at this time. I just put his token because that's where he's gonna go.
If
He
you
I'm
want
would
to
be
watch
watching
over him, he's in cryo.
for him.
yeah, he's currently in cryo sleep, so he's unconscious, and the facehuggers
Watching
there with
over
him
him.
obviously. So I mean, if you
I'll
want to stand
allow
guard
him.
in that room, you can.
That's what I'll
gonna
do.
pop in, take a look at the med bay, and then I don't know, see what I see. Maybe stick around, maybe not.
Okay. Um, yeah, so you can do. I mean, are you looking for any particular thing, or?
I was just gonna get a general kind of look at what's going on.
Okay. So again, as I said, Jeff is not actually in there right now. The room is currently empty. There is an auto dock, which is basically like a poor man's Pauling med pod, and the Pauling again was that thing that Shaw gave herself an abortion in Prometheus. Um, so there's an auto dock in the med bay. There's like one of those sort of like flat, kind of like hospital bed-ish things for laying patients on. Um, there are supply cabinets that have a mix of like when I say like stress relieving drugs, I'm not talking about like like recreational drugs. I mean like medically prescribed things in case like a patient needs something prescribed by a one of the medics treating them. There are like first aid kits, surgical tools, that kind of stuff. Like there's the right amount of stuff in there to treat a broad variety of injuries, like antivenoms and all sorts of other stuff. So and in terms of the layout of this room, so there's like a double door system here. Well, actually, I don't know if this would realistically, because I can't remember if the med bay and Alien had a like sort of a dual door system.
I think it had a double door.
I think I'm not completely sure, but yeah, I can
Okay, well, yeah, then
imagine.
we'll just say that the med bay has sort of like a kind of quasi airlock system, as in like both doors cannot be open at the same time.
Hmm.
Um, there is a window, so people out in the
Yeah.
hallway can supervise what's going on. Um, and yeah, so that's basically that's the med bay, and there's also as you see from the icon on the left, there is an intercom in this room.
Mhm.
So like if anybody was in that room, needed to call for help, or just otherwise needed to communicate with somebody and didn't have a radio on their person, then you can do that from there. So but yeah, final call for anybody who wants to do anything before the medical shuttle arrives. So going once, going twice, sold. All right. So the medical shuttle arrives, like an hour or so later. It's on deck B. Um, and yeah, as was discussed before, basically it's delivering medical personnel and a scientist. Which, by the way, I guess Doc became a named character. He is now Ron Anderson.
Woohoo!
I love Ron Anderson. I don't know who he is, but he sounds awesome.
He was so the generic doctor um that was with you guys, and he nearly got attacked by a facehugger.
Yes.
That's that doctor. I just decided to give him a
Oh shit,
name,
he
and
has a name?
yeah, he has a name now.
Nice.
He's been promoted to mauve shirt or mauve shirt, however you pronounce it. Like he's no
Mr.
longer a red shirt. He's been
Yeah.
given a different color shirt.
Congratulations, you're
Damn,
experienced.
you get a
Yeah,
new shirt.
yeah,
He
Wow.
survived the creature. He survived the creature. He
yeah.
deserves a name and face at
Exactly.
least.
Yeah, he lived to tell the tale. So, the medical shuttle arrives, and I'll say it like docks in one of these ports, I guess. And there's obviously the pilot obviously stays aboard. You have three doctors and a scientist. The doctors introduce themselves. I mean, again, they're pretty minor characters, so they're not all going to have names. The sign. I'm assuming who goes there, Emily,
Hello.
Hello.
just in time. Well, I mean, we already started, but like nothing significant has happened. Like where we are right now is basically like the medical team and the scientists have just arrived at the Ore Chariot.
Fun.
Um, so the scientist has a name. She introduces herself as Deanna Hensley, which Emily, if you're seeing the token, very similar to token to Grumpy Coffee Lady, but that's because I couldn't find anything else, so I just altered the artwork I did for
It's all
that
good.
character. Um, but anyway, so she introduces herself as Dr. Deanna Hensley. She is the essentially like the second in command of the science department. Like Jace is back at the colony, and he sent her instead.
Hello, Diana. How may we help you do your procedures as best as possible.
She
We're here
says,
to
"Well,
service.
so just out of character, so remind me, and I guess by extension everybody else, like, what exactly did you guys tell her when you sent out that transmission? Like, because I remember you saying you didn't mention that there was an alien. You just mentioned that there was somebody who was critically injured, or am I misremembering that? Like, what did you say in your briefing?
It's outside of my pay grade. What we doing, boss?
Well, you can still chime in. It's just like whoever actually sent the transmission. Yeah, you guys need
Yeah, I
to
don't
figure out.
remember the details. Did we say everything or were we vague? I think it's possible we mentioned we
I
should
think
be
I
vague.
said that there was a medical situation. I don't think I said
Mhm.
anything detailed over
You were
the radio.
purposefully vague. I remember that.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Deanna said, and which, by the way, just for clarity, I don't know if my voice kind of made it clear. It's Deanna, not Diana, just for future reference.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. So, she says like, well, so you, the marshal, because I mean, she keep in mind she hasn't obviously met Albert. Well, I guess Albert would have his uniform, right? Um, so she sees you and she says, Marshal Zims, you mentioned that there was a medical emergency, but did not provide any details. Is the patient still or the injured person or persons still alive? How many people are we talking here?
Certainly something.
We've got one person with a situation.
Okay, would you please escort us to that person so we can inspect the situation and get him or her up to medical and begin our analysis?
Yes, follow
Okay.
me,
All right,
and I'll go to the
all right, I'll move us
cryo
up
room.
to, yep, so deck A, and I'll just paste all the tokens there for future reference. So you guys lead her down the hallways to the cryo room, and basically once everybody sees that face hugger, there's obviously a lot of like gasping and murmuring among themselves. It's like, oh my god, what is that kind of reactions? And Deanna looks at the face hugger, and then she looks at all of you, and she says, "Is there something I should know that you aren't telling us? Like, what is this thing, and where did it come from?"
I have no idea what it is. It's some kind of creature. It was on the I can't remember the name of the ship. The ship.
His name was Jeff. The ship. It was the Manifest Destiny.
Yes, we when we were exploring the Manifest Destiny, there were these creatures on the ship, and he got attacked by one of them, and it's attached to his face now.
Okay. She asks, is like she basically has like a little like a notepad up, or like a pad, or like something, like she's jotting down notes as you're talking, and she's saying, how long has this creature been attached to his face, or like not counting the time he's been in cryosleep?
The whole time.
She raises an eyebrow and like probably cartoons a little like quack noise, like.
Well, I
like
mean,
the-
I like in character, I
I
assume
know.
the character would know. I don't
I
know.
know. I'm just saying that in reference to just the rather vague a long time from Collins. Like like she's asking for numbers. Is like, oh, a while, and it's like, really?
The whole time.
In
All-
game, it's a couple of hours
Yeah,
probably. Not
yeah.
on the
So
cryo.
I know. I'm just having a little fun with them. But so, but yeah. I mean, you give her the answer. She jots it down, and says, whether by this creature or something else, were any of the rest of you injured?
I think some of us died.
Yeah,
I was
Dustin.
really hectic
Yeah,
and
Dustin
scared.
died. And you said you brought his body back. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
so were any of the PCs injured at all?
I don't think so.
I think everybody's okay outside
Okay.
of the dead guy.
All right. And I also have to add Rosie to the map because she was part of that encounter. I mean, it's not really an essential thing, but as I recall, I don't think she was injured.
No,
me
it was
just-
only
She took a bunch of
Jeff?
stress. Speaking of stress, you guys can all get rid of your stress.
Mhm.
I've already done that. Oof.
All right.
Maybe the
Who's li-
doc, the backup medic.
Anderson. No,
No,
he didn't take any damage.
good, good.
I mean, he was attacked, but he didn't actually take any like health damage. So,
Great.
So I
Um,
guess what I'll mention to the medic is that I'm concerned that whatever is going on with Jeff could infect the rest of the colony, and that's why I put the ship on quarantine. And I will also tell the medic um, basically what we know. Like, this thing came out of an egg. There was this like larger version of it that was much stronger and much bigger that killed Dustin. Um, and also, what else we found? That we found that guy frozen in the locker. We found the captain with that protruding out hole in her
yeah.
chest, and then the trail of blood
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Yeah. So she's taking notes on all these things. Um, yeah, and basically just for medicine, it's like she's just trying to get as much information as she can about the situation before he gets removed from cryosleep. Um, so she gets Albert's recap in addition to the questions she already asked, and she says, "Is there anything else that has not been mentioned by the marshal that any of you would like to share that would be directly relevant to figuring out what's wrong with Jeff, as well as whether what he's dealing with is a threat to the colony?"
He has been absolutely
My snarky remarks to
unresponsive.
myself.
What'd you say, Collins?
I'll keep my snarky remarks to myself.
Okay. Okay. Um. Well, all right. If nobody says anything else, then
I
she
mean, out
says,
of character, like, are we not? Is there anything else left to say? I can't think of any.
"Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
I
can't think."
guess
Oh,
I would mention, like, they said that they found something on a planet, and I think that they said the captain, had caught something, but we're not specific.
Yeah, it was transferred from ship to ship. So the manifest
Right, they
destiny
picked it up
that
on the
we
other ship.
yeah, they picked it up on another ship. So whatever it was, it seems to be easily transferred. So utmost care needs to be taken into account when dealing with whatever this is. And of course, all of this information is absolutely classified until we uh, figure out with the high ups what they want.
so in this case, after getting that report, um, you know, it's mentioned like Deanna speaks with her that like she's the scientist in the group and is more or less in charge of the medical team, uh, or like given charge of the medical team. So she has like a sort of not really group huddle, but just kind of a conversation with them saying like we need to get our hazmat gear from the shuttle, and she also says to everybody else that at least when we're transferring Jeff to the med lab. Like until he's in the med lab, it would be, better safe than sorry if you were all in a suit of some kind, just in case what's attached to his face, is viral.
Understood.
And I would say like the ship, one way or another, whether it's like space suits or just standard hazmat suits, you've got the means to do that. So she and her three associates, they go back to their shuttle because they did bring some gear. They return in like full hazmat gear. Um, and yeah, they once they return, they get Jeff out of cryo, or obviously once you all are in suits, and then they take him
Yep.
down to the med lab. So I'll just because I already moved all the tokens, and there is another doctor. So
Who's my boss? Is he in the room?
yes, he's Alfred, or I'm sorry, Albert.
Is Albert? I have a
Yes.
question to ask. Those things were on the ship. Did we sweep this one before we took off? And
No, you
the
didn't.
other ship. Should we make sure that that's not here?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Well, we would have noticed probably
Well,
by
the ship was
now. I mean,
locked, so the only way, I mean, I guess it could have attached to the outside of the ship, but the ship itself was locked until we returned, and then we opened it, went in, relocked it, and left.
Yeah,
So
because
there's not.
sorry.
So unless something
Caution,
burrowed through
sir.
the hull, or is attached to the outside of the hull, um, there's it shouldn't be possible for anything to have snuck on.
Well, I will
What
note, if I may right quick, that keep in mind that the drop shuttle, something could have theoretically, I mean, not necessarily gotten aboard the drop shuttle, but got on the drop shuttle when it docked, like inside of the Ore Chariot.
Oh,
That's what
right,
Alien
I'm
right.
Queen
scared of
Okay,
style.
right
yes, that's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
now.
But we don't know that they could even do that. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why Conrad is like preposterous. I mean, we've been in
It
cryo
would have
for
been in
so
space,
long,
right? So like, yeah.
and,
Well,
I mean,
you,
out
and
of
well, you,
character, we kind
yeah,
of know
from
that, but
atmosphere, we go from atmosphere to orbit to our ship. I mean, so I mean, it would whatever there would be wouldn't survive the vacuum, and also again we have been in months since suspended animation, so if there was anything we would have seen it in these hours that we were awake before the medical team. I
I
mean,
know
what
we
kind of
might
creature would
see it, but what if we don't? What if these things are something we've never encountered before? I know people. I've dealt with people. I've fought, I've killed, I've captured, I've done a lot with people, but that thing it it's not human, and I don't want to underestimate it. If you don't think it's a problem, I won't make a shtick about it, but I would feel more comfortable, especially as a part of the security team, making sure that none of those creatures, potentially on the off chance that somehow they get in the ship, on the ship, around the ship, hiding in whatever, and put anybody else at risk, because that thing on his face, the roughest idea of what I think it can do is the captain's corpse that I saw had a hole out of it. There was something inside. If it's a parasite, it will do the same.
maybe it's just if it's a parasite, maybe it's leeching off some of his vitals that we just don't have the equipment to check yet. I mean, why would it be on its face for so long? I mean, well, whatever you decide, you're part of the security team. If your supervisor sheriff there thinks that your worries are necessary, your department, your decisions. Though at the same time, it would have been maybe better to think of that before we've gotten our medical team right here in the ship. So
That
I
was
am
my call,
hoping that
but
we won't have a reason for such a search. But if you want to do it on the hush hush, feel free.
I don't want to
Whatever
make a
the sheriff
big
says.
stink about it. It's going to be down low, because the last thing we need is panic, especially on the doctors doing something that requires concentration.
What do you think, Albert, about this whole situation?
well, I don't know how this thing could behave. Um, I just want to make sure that we stay up here until we figure it out. I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
it's clearly doing something to him. It's attached to him for some reason. I don't know. The doctors can maybe scan him and figure out what's going on. I don't know.
Sir, respectfully, when I was in the army, there was a situation with genetic engineering that I got caught up inside of, and not as a part of any security team. Things are ugly. I understand if you're not concerned, or if you are, but
Concerned about
caution.
what? I am concerned about Jeff. What are you saying?
Everybody else, Jeff, the ship, all of it. I'm scared, sir. I don't know what that thing is.
So a question I have for, so as I understand, so Collins, you're saying that you want to do like a sweep of the ship? Yeah. Okay. Are you going to ask anybody to come along, or are any of the PCs going to volunteer?
I'm
his
trying to think if I
idea.
want to volunteer or if I want to oversee what's going on with Jeff.
I can take some other security members and we can go take care of it. This seems like something that you should stay with anyway. I don't know how
I will hand sorry, who am I talking to? I forget your PC.
Collins. Because I
I will
can't
hand
call in.
Collins my motion tracker and I'll say, "Here, use this. See if you can track down if you can see anything moving that shouldn't be." We know these things like to skitter around.
So are you going to also bring Rosie and or Elijah?
Anybody who's willing to come. If it's just myself, so be it.
Well, Rosie, she sort of, stands with
I
you
can
and
come with you.
okay. Um, yeah, Rosie, she volunteers and says, strength in numbers, right?
Indeed.
So, let's see. So basically, we have um, Collins, Simone, and Rosie, and then I guess Elijah will stay back with Albert and everybody else. So Simone, there you are. And I'll also say, I guess for lack of everything, like, well, Ron Anderson, I mean, he's going to be taking some time to kind of get, you know, sort of mellow out after everything that happened. But Jessica will be present in the med lab, helping her fellow, surgical staff. Um, and then so for Albert, you said you're basically going to be standing outside, kind of supervising the situation.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think my top concern right now is Jeff because I don't know that there's any other threat.
Okay.
But so they're so can you describe the scene? Am I outside? What's going on here?
So there is a window, like basically the med lab. So the med lab is sealed. Yeah, or well, sealed in the sense that, like I said, there's like the double airlock system, so to speak, like two doors instead of just one. Um, there is a window outside. That's where your token, like to the left of you, is a big window that you can look into the room and see what's going on.
Okay.
And then Jeff is visible, like he's not like totally, like he's not like right next to the window, but he, like, you, if you kind of look in at an angle, you can see him. It's kind of hard to see him because there are a whole bunch of medics around him, like, running, like, you have like people like Deanna kind of doing like scans on him, and like hooking him up with like IVs to do, like, well, not like IVs, but like those little like like, those little like probe things that like they stick on you with wires to monitor your vitals.
Yeah. Vital.
Like they're hooking them up with those. They're doing that kind of stuff. Like they're basically just doing just about every check they can to make sure he's in good health, and also make sure that he
And
doesn't, like,
is he in the cryopod or is he now out of the cryopod?
he's out of the cryopod because he has to be out of the cryopod for them to actually be able to work on him.
Okay. So I'm gonna get one of the little masks or whatever if they're wearing something like that, and I'm gonna go in the room and basically, because I have no idea what could happen to Jeff. Like he could go crazy. That thing could jump off of him and attack someone else. Like I have no idea.
Yeah, fair
Right.
enough.
So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have my rifle ready, and
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, if that thing twitches, I'll do what I have to do.
All right. Well, yeah, because they, as a reminder, I mean, it's up to you if you want to wear a mask, but as a safety precaution, Deanna, Jessica, and then the generic doctors are all wearing, like, sealed suits just in case this thing is like emitting some sort of
Okay.
biohazardous substance or something.
Well, I'm still wearing my regular spacesuit, right? Or
Yeah,
the whatever.
that would functionally work the same. So
Yeah. So I'll just wear that, the survival suit.
okay, so you're in the room as well. Just kind of standing guard. Conrad, I see you're right there. You're just watching through the window.
Yes, he's kind of sweating a bit, more than his natural profuse amount, but he's basically
Are
he
you
looks
are you wearing your
concerned in
suit
the
by the
sense
way,
of
or no?
yes, I am.
Okay,
Yes, he's definitely heeding that advice, but
okay,
he's just kind of tapping on the glass and kind of asking from time to time how is he, and seeming to be feeling a bit kind of worried for Jeff and a bit guilty in the sense of he was in his kind of half of the group, and since he was the first to go there, Conrad is feeling uh, a bit sad that he wasn't able to save him fast enough from this creature before it leapt on him. So he kind of feels the responsibility. He's looking very closely at him.
all right. And for El Presidente, what are you doing during this time? Are you also supervising, or are you doing something else?
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll, being the supreme supervisor that I
Father of the
am.
people.
Yeah, greatest among them and such.
Instilling confidence in his entourage.
Yeah, that exactly.
Looming in the window
Yeah, I'm gonna
with
be
his shades
looming.
and cigar.
Looming is kind of my thing.
As it should be.
Did you have the menacing talent?
Nah, no purpose.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, well, I will say with menacing, the thing about it is that like if you get it, um, your opponent can't demand anything in return from you.
Yeah, but they could also just like attack me, and
Well, they can always just attack you.
I mean, yeah, but you know,
His mind is menacing enough. He needs not a show of force
Yeah.
to manipulate his compadres.
So anyway, so I'll say like basically, few hours pass, and then something kind of interest to Albert, El Presidente, and Conrad is that like so the scientists, they're or the scientists and medics rather are they're continuing to do their tests and stuff, and then all of a sudden they just kind of not really jump back, but they're taken aback by the fact that the facehugger actually like just inexplicably like slides off of Jeff's face and plops down on the floor.
oh,
What did you
So I
do?
would be aiming at it, like on
Shoot
the
it!
verge of shooting. Like
Okay.
I was like a seconds, half a second away from shooting, but then it doesn't move, and
Yeah,
I
it
don't.
doesn't move. It's just lying there like on its back with its legs folded in and its little like ovipositor just kind of sitting like dangling out. So,
What's it doing?
I don't
um,
like that it's dangling.
um,
Looks evil. You should shoot it.
like Deanna just looks at everybody, arms out, like keep calm, and with the suit on again, like she carefully sort of, I mean, I guess the whatever the scientist like scientific equivalent, like the proper procedure of like carefully nudging something to make sure it's dead. Um, so she you know after it doesn't move, she says, I believe it's dead. That or
How'd you kill it? How'd you do it?
she says, we didn't do anything. It just fell off on its own. We weren't we did some tests on it earlier, non-invasive, um, but we weren't even we were mainly focused on Jeff and running tests on him when it died. Um, and she looks to Jessica and says, like get fetch me one of those biohazard containers. And
You're sure it's not sleeping?
Jessica complies. Well, it's like Deanna says like I mean either way if it's if it's locked in a crate, it won't be able to do anything. So um, Jessica rummages into the cabinets, gets like a biohazard kind of case, like something big enough to hold the facehugger, and the scientists and the medics kind of shovel it in and seal it up. Um, and
Question: The way you described it, so I see that it had something down his throat, right?
What? Yeah. Like, well, you had like it had some sort of, like extension. Now, whether that was because it was implanting something, or maybe it just, that's how it was giving him oxygen. That's something you wouldn't be able to figure out. I mean, you couldn't theorize, wild mass guess, but yes, there
Right.
was something in his throat.
So is that sufficient for me to, based on what I know about the captain, to say like after they secure the thing in the jar or whatever, to say we need to do like a body scan of him?
Yes, that would be. I mean, and that's something that Deanna is in full agreement with you on. Um, she says that, if there is the possibility that it implanted something inside of him, then we definitely need to do some sort of analysis on him to make sure. Because it is also entirely possible, if what you said before, because I mean, Attica, I'm assuming you would have said this when you were giving an overview, that, like it was keeping, like even in the airless environment of Koi 416C, like it was giving him air. So it is possible that what it was down his throat was basically giving him oxygen. So, but we won't know for sure unless we get him in the auto dock. So, yeah, Deanna throws him in the, well, not throws him obviously, but like has him moved from the medical table.
Slam him in there real fast.
Yeah,
Just
just
slam
jam
dunk.
it. Yeah, no. So she
Be
moves
careful
him
with
into
him.
the auto dock and is going to do a medical aid roll on him.
P.S. Like Cody, if you want for a reference in Alien, even when Kane was scanned, they didn't see anything. Though it was always kind of unsure, was Ash seeing and hiding things,
Oh,
or was
I'm
it too
aware.
early to
No,
see?
don't worry. I've got ideas here, but I appreciate the reminder. Actually, I think she would probably have Jessica do it because Jessica's like, Deanna is more of a scientist rather than a medic, and probably isn't as familiar with an auto dock as Jessica is. So Jessica stepped up to the plate, rid of her stress, and hold on the auto dock. Let me just double check this. Auto dock. Um. Oh, interesting. Um. It actually rolls itself. Can be programmed with an
Yep.
unmodified ComTech roll and has a medical aid of 6. So it doesn't matter what the operator. So Deanna has pretty good ComTech, so she'll program it, and then I'll do its medical aid. So she will roll this. Okay. And then next for the auto dock, I wonder, can I roll the no, it doesn't have a medical aid skill like the mother units do. All right, so I'll just roll 66. Okay. Um, so the auto dock is um, running a scan, and you guys can. Oh, I mean, Albert probably wouldn't be able to see it if you're like, if she has her back to you, but El Presidente and Conrad be able to see, like, she's very very intensely focusing on this. No pun intended on the intense focus talent, but um, just watching this like a hawk, and the scan, like, doesn't, like you can see on a monitor, like on the wall, that, hold on. Yeah, John just messaged, he's dealing with a migraine. Um, so on a monitor, like, she basically does like the equivalent of like a pup scan on him basically, and it doesn't, there's nothing very obvious like in his system. So it does not come up with any results, which I will reveal the result of the auto dock. No successes. So
Who?
Oh
So
dear.
by no successes, you mean it doesn't detect anything, or it can't help him?
and well, it doesn't detect anything.
That's not good.
So
Doc, what do you think? Is he
um,
okay?
Deanna,
Hold
so
on.
oh,
So isn't Deanna like, she's using the scanner? So she failed to use the scanner to find anything
no, no,
using
no,
the
no, no,
scanner?
no, 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 no. That second roll, that was the auto dock itself. It's not that she failed, because here's the thing. So I'll reveal this. She succeeded in programming the auto dock with a contact roll. The auto dock itself, that's the second roll is the 66. That's the auto dock's dice pool.
Oh,
So she calibrated it right. It's just the auto dock itself did not detect anything.
can I use
The
a
roll.
story point to make it succeed, or is it, since it's not me, it's nothing we can do?
Technically no. So sorry. It makes things more intense for the narrative. Yada yada yada. So,
Okay.
I mean, because face it, we're very likely going to have an homage to Alien here. So,
We're all
based on the
gonna be
result of the
eating,
auto
and we're
doc.
just gonna
What now?
we're all gonna be eating and just wham.
So, but yeah, and speaking of which, so Collins, give me a this is an observation. Well, actually, who has the highest observation between you and Simone?
Probably not me. But I only have one in observation.
Well, what's your total pool? What's an observation?
Observation.
Oh, it's 5. Actually, it's not bad.
Simone probably has more.
Probably. And
My
for
pool is
reference,
8.
okay. And
Yeah.
Rosie is
Take
with
it.
you. She has
It's
6. So
yours.
yeah. So Simone, you would get a. I'll be nice and give you like as composition for the setback with scanning Jeff. You will get a +2 to this because you've got 2 people helping you. So observation with
Sure.
a +2. Representing as you're methodically scanning the ship in the amount of like while all this is going on with Jeff, this is what you and everybody else are doing. Or you, Rosie, and Collins.
Yep.
Okay, 2 successes. So, do you want to push that or do you want to keep it?
Yeah, I'll push just in
Just to be
case.
thorough.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh,
Hell yeah. I'm
you
glad
see
I
the
pushed.
soul of this ship.
Jesus.
So, yeah, you, with the help of Collins and Rosie, you do a very thorough sweep of the ship. Like, I'm talking like, every deck, the ventilation ducts, motion tracker sweeps, the works, and you do not find like anything that could be inside of the ship is just not there.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm
looks
also
like
being
we
totally transparent that there aren't
nothing here.
any other aliens on the ship. Obviously, not counting the one inside Jeff.
I
Yep.
mean, if it's standing still though,
Well,
it's waiting.
You make a lot of noise, it'll come running.
well, what I mean,
Maybe.
I am being honest though that there aren't actually any other aliens. So
Oh, thank God.
it was a very good roll, and like I said, the way I imagine it is like you're doing motion tracker sweeps, but you're also like personally, getting in close quarters to be thorough based on what was revealed before about it staying still. So,
Yep.
but yeah, like
It's
it
like
takes
an
you several.
Alien when they did like the ship sweep
Yeah.
kind of
Now
thing.
it does take several hours, but that's because you're being very thorough. So
That makes sense.
So at least you'll feel confident that the ship is safe.
Yeah. I just gotta answer this. Anyway, so yeah, and I'll say like around the time that the sweep of the ship ends, and Jeff is taken out, like he's taken out of the pod, and like around this time he actually regains consciousness, which I mean people obviously don't like freak out, but like he's waking up like as he's waking up from a nap. He's like, oh, what? Who are you? He says, looking at like Deanna helping him out of the pod because he hasn't seen her before. And he's looking around, and then he sees Albert, who he recognizes, like, Marshall Zims, what's going on? Where am I?
I'm gonna be like, stay where you are. Like I'm kind of scared of him because I mean, like, as far as I know, this thing could like mind control him or some kind of shit. I don't know.
That is true. That's a fair reaction to have.
That, bro.
I'm scared.
The initial reaction was great.
Look, you is the facehugger like still in the jar in the room, or
Well,
is it
it's not really a jar. It's like a sealed like box
you know what?
basically.
Yeah.
So it would not be visible to him.
Or maybe I can like
Probably
show
good.
him a scan or like show him a picture or something about like this alien creature attached itself to you. Do you not remember any of it?
And he says, well, actually, out of code before I say anything, if memory serves, facehugger victims don't really remember getting jumped, right?
I don't know.
Depends from entry to entry, but in Kane's case, he didn't. Some other cases also, but they've really went willy nilly with it. So some do, some don't. However you want to rule, there's a basis for it.
I'll say, like, amid the trauma of everything else that was going on, I mean, getting attacked repeatedly, and the chaos in the last session. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. He doesn't remember. Like he doesn't remember the specifics of what happened to me. He has vague memories, and he'll say this. He has vague memories of very chaotic encounter, but the finer details are a blur.
I'll say yes. We got the part from the engineering space. Let's see. He doesn't remember Dustin, so I'd say like that the giant creature it got Dustin, and I'll be like kind of shooken up by it as I'm saying that, and then something else attach itself to you, and none of us know what it is or what it could do.
He's like, oh shit. Well, I mean, is it gone?
Well, it fell off you, but we don't know what it might have done. I mean, it jumped you for a reason, and we weren't able to find a way to remove it. It fell off by itself. I can't explain it.
And
At that point, kind of Conrad, seeing he's awake, he just kind of starts opening the doors, trying to get in to talk to him as well, to
are
check
you
up on him.
wearing a sealed suit?
He's wearing his his
Okay.
spacesuit. He took
So yeah, it takes you a
advice.
second because you obviously have used to cycle the doors. Now I will note that yeah, well, there's not really an intercom outside. I would say there probably would realistically. I mean, I know it's on the map, but I would say there'd probably be an intercom here so you can communicate with people in the med lab. So I mean, you can go in the room if you want, but you don't have to.
Oh, he wants to. Oh,
Okay.
he wants
Alright.
to see
So
him like in the flesh,
so
his eyes.
basically, Albert, you hear like a distant whoosh from the outer door, and then like a closer whoosh from the inner door opening, and then in comes Conrad.
Jeff,
There are so
Y-
fucking many people in
you're
this room.
awake.
It's not even funny.
Yes, we're bunching up. How are you feeling, Jeff?
Hold on. I was just trying to find a. This is Conrad right here now. Skyrim style. You're finally awake. I mean, that's basically like what Jeff's dealing with right now. He doesn't know
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
fuck happened
yeah.
to him, and he's got all these people like, "Hey, you're finally awake." Um,
But it's basically saying, don't worry. It seems whatever has been going on, the doctors seem to not be finding anything wrong with you. Additionally, whatever it was, we'll see later. Maybe it was something like a tick or a mosquito, or who knows. But we shall monitor you. But for now, it seems that you're doing okay. We'll make sure that you'll be just fine.
yeah. And also to both to ease the, I mean, obviously to calm down Jeff, but also just so Albert, was basically just standing guard in the room, and Conrad and El Presidente were watching from outside. Like Deanna, basically, she reads off her discoveries, her findings, saying like, so from the tests we have run, we have ascertained that, your vitals did not lower, so it wasn't like draining your blood. No foreign, contaminants were detected in the initial examinations. There wasn't any kind of like potential. I'm trying to blank on the word. Like I'm thinking somewhere between like blood poisoning or like radiation, but like some sort like any kind of like poisoning effect. Like it wasn't injecting venom into you or anything like that. Um, and basically just kind of cites off like, overall, what's kind of bizarre is that, I mean, he seems to be in perfect health. Like he doesn't seem any
Thank you,
worse
Doctor.
off than, you know, like before or after the creature attacked him.
Maybe it failed in whatever it wanted to do. Maybe we were too alien to it. Maybe it thought we were some of its domestic prey or whatever, and it latched onto the wrong species. Who
That
knows? Who
is a
knows?
possibility.
But thank you for your thorough investigation and taking care of Jeff. Do you think he will be able to go into cryo when necessary, or do you think it is needed at all with him
um,
anymore?
I would prefer, I mean, both to per the marshal's insistence on just being thorough and making sure that there isn't any risk of biological contaminants reaching Terra Nova. Um, I would like to keep him under observation for the next approximately 6 to 12 hours just to be sure.
Absolutely.
And I mean, because he was fine in cryo sleep
I'll speak up
before.
and I'll say at least 24 hours.
Okay, that'll work. So she says, you're in charge. Um, so she says that for my colleagues and I will be taking turns watching over him. We obviously some of us need to get lunch and so on and so forth, and just basically like obviously taking shifts because I mean realistically all of them can't be in there all the time. So
Absolutely.
um, so I'll say that uh, you know Deanna, Jessica, and one of the generic interns um, they take their like they step out of the room. They I mean they leave their suits in the airlock, and then they step outside, which I'll just move them out here. And then obviously Jeff
Do you
stays
want to
in.
bring in some solids for our Jeff here, or should we keep the infusion to give him the necessary nutrients?
Um, Based on the tests, because it didn't seem to well, I mean, she obviously asks she would she would ask Jeff several questions now that he's awake about how he's feeling, because obviously it's one thing to check somebody's vitals, is another to know how they're actually feeling. Um, and he says that my jaw doesn't really hurt. Um, I have slight soreness in my throat, but it's not like feeling sick level sore. It's kind of like more akin to like sleeping with one's mouth open, like like a dry sort of irritation is what he's describing. And he says like, but
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, I feel like I could handle solid food. So, um,
What do you say, Doctor? Can we do you advise bringing him some of the cereals and the noodles,
yes,
etc. we have from the galley?
yeah,
Okay.
we'll fetch him some food. And she looks over to um, one of the to this guy and says, "Doctor, would you please go prepare some food for the patient?" And he says, "Yes, ma'am," and then scurries off. And she looks over to Albert and Conrad and says, "You two might want to potentially take a break while we have the time. Now that the
Yes.
crisis is, I mean, obviously we still need to keep him under observation, but we have people in the room overseeing him that'll summon us at a moment's notice if needed."
All right. All right. You'll let us know. How about the rest of the crew joining you at the galley for uh, a little meal? I think we're all have had a stressful few hours. Maybe a good luncheon would help
Yes, I
ease
agree.
things down.
Um, so
So I'm gonna say that I want a guard in the room.
okay.
So if it's not gonna be me, then maybe
I
what's her name?
volunteer.
Jess.
So hold on. Who's staying guard? Albert and or Collins?
We can do cycling shifts.
Okay. So, I guess Albert was in the room initially. So, do you want to like let Collins take over, so you can get something to eat, maybe get some rest or whatever you want to
Yes.
do? Okay.
And maybe like probably just go out here and maybe take off my helmet and like eat a sandwich or something, and I'd
Yeah.
be kind of watching what's going on.
Okay. So, yeah, that's going on.
Presidente, want to join us?
Oh yeah, of course. Get right on that.
Presidente can probably eat while still having the cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, he chews
Oh, yeah.
with one side and smokes a
At this
cigar with the
point.
other.
Very practiced in that art.
Is Simone also in the galley with us, or is she somewhere else?
Have
Yeah,
we
I mean,
completed the
yeah, you finished your
sweep
sweep of
by
the ship,
then?
so yeah, everybody can hang out in the galley.
Yeah, I'll join you for dinner.
Okay.
Con kind of whispers to you. Have you found anything of note that we need to worry about, or?
Nope,
Um,
we didn't find anything. Unless they can turn invisible, then we have another issue on our hands, but we didn't find anything at all. No
Good
stowaways.
work. Good work, Simone. As I thought.
Oh, you're gonna say something, Collins? Sorry, I cut you off,
No.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I guess I wanted to thank the bosses here for at least hearing out my concerns. Normally, I'm just told to keep quiet and look tough. I appreciate you validating my concerns.
So my question is, I mean, because you obviously have a security guard and then two doctors in the room. Like, how much sort of downtime are you guys taking?
I don't need downtime. I just need my
I'm
job.
not talking. I'm not talking about you because, like I said, you're guarding them. I'm talking about all the people in the galley. So, like basically so you're standing guard. You've got two doctors in the room who are continuing to just monitor Jeff. Obviously, the one guy has since brought him food, and then I guess just stays there. But for like Albert, El Presidente, Conrad, and Simone, like, what are you guys doing? Like, how long are you going to be outside of the room? Because you've already got people monitoring him, so it's just a question like,
Yeah.
what do you want to do?
Conrad's not in a hurry. He's going to slowly eat and just stay in the galley, just, chatting with people and
All right.
listening
Do
to
you
them.
want
How are they
to?
reacting, etc.?
I mean, do you want to discuss any particular topic, whether with the other PCs and or the new NPCs?
He's thinking about it. Seems we have gotten lucky and we are not repeating the same mistakes of the Manifest Destiny. Whatever was ship hopping seems to have stopped with us, which I'm not estranged at all by, since we have the best and the brightest, as he kind of gestures to everyone. You really do put the dream in Dream Team.
Appreciate
Good
that,
work.
sir. Over.
Yeah, you just have like a radio sitting on the table so fucking Collins can chime in.
Yes, Collins, that is especially for you. Good work.
Let me know how the food tastes. It doesn't. There's no food in here, and I'm wearing a suit, so.
You'll taste it one day, don't worry.
As long as it doesn't taste like paste or Pop Tarts.
Not at all. It tastes like paste that's gone off by 2 weeks. It gives it a little zing.
I love Zing
Makes it
so
makes
much.
it unforgettable, especially with the bowels later. But so you're not missing much.
This is Colin's request, and he go radio silent.
And he kind of turns off. He kind of turns off the radio. Oh shoot! I've annoyed him. This is kind of sarcastically, like, okay, we have silence there now. Finally,
Prefer the term disturbed.
all according to plan.
Yeah, but if we're any sort of lucky, then if there are any more of those things on the manifest destiny, then they got blown up when they what's it called? Went nuclear. The engine or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
reactor went critical.
Reactor. Yes.
We've seemed to stop that. At least we got the comatose or dead whatever specimen in that containment unit. So I think we have. We're not going empty-handed, along with information we have found out, but quite a strange set of circumstances. I mean, at the same time, maybe the paleontological team will have a few interesting things to say about this. Because again, we just haven't had so much to find complex life. So this is incredible. Like animalia, these are creatures that are move and aware, and I would have hoped that the first we encountered would be a bit more fluffy and cute and happy to see us, but this is still something, don't you think, Simone?
It's certainly something. It's something, all right. Really, maybe we shouldn't hand this over to the team. Like, I trust them. They're working also for Wayland Utani, but
For Wayland, rather.
Wayland, yeah. Apologies, but
As are
just
we.
that thing just gives me the creeps, and I wouldn't want to, even if it is dead. I really don't want to hand it off to anyone else. Just in the off chance that, you know, oh, we're gonna study this. Oh crap, massive alien disease that it that it's a carrier for, that it infects everyone with.
Well, that's why we're having
Hopefully, I'm
containment
just
procedures.
overthinking on that. Hopefully, I'm just overthinking, but
And Deanna looks over to Simone and says, I mean, not to worry. I mean, granted, I mean, especially with the advanced research facility that was built, referencing what you guys did in, I think, the last council meeting or the one before it. Um, we have plenty of, quarantine equipment and procedures that will enable us to safely analyze the specimen and pour over the data that we have, with no risk to the colony or to any other colonies for that matter.
great.
See?
And out of character, I forgot that we put that in. This is one of our installments.
Well, I mean, look
Or
at it.
installations,
Now it's
rather.
plot relevant.
I
So
can't speak. Yeah. Definitely.
I appreciate the caution, Simone, but as you see, our dear Dr. Diana, if she thinks that we can take a handle on the situation, then I wouldn't worry. Again, we've had worse and much more dynamic situations, so a critter here and there will. If it makes you if it makes you feel a bit more at ease, we could set up another scientific research outpost, like right adjacent to the Reynolds trailer park. Uh, we could be sure that nothing would be able to infect them. Honestly, I'd be more worried that they will be able to infect any alien life forms there. The creatures would be scared of them, for
um,
God's sake.
I'm worried about, if. Well, I think this is more relevant if their trailer park was near if we had any chemical sites, so had runoff, and that's the last thing we need, or you know, mutated Reynolds brothers. But
yeah, just build a waste processing plant directly adjacent to the trailer park.
They are technically
God.
chemical plants, I would say. I don't know the last time you've been next to them, but they sure do smell like a chemical plant.
I don't believe I've ever had the pleasure of heading out there, and well, I don't really have any reason to, but I suppose if I'm bored one day, I could take a trip out to there. But I'm afraid I won't come back if I go out there to, you meet the locals.
Yes, only go out to them if you have an special hatred for yourself. I wouldn't recommend it too well, or you wanna send somebody you really don't like up the direction. So uh, I I don't recommend it.
I'll say this as the conversation kind of drags on and dinner drags on and stuff. Cutting back over to Collins. You know, so Jeff,
Dreaming of
it
beef
basically
steak.
what?
Dreaming of beef steak and all the food they're eating.
Food, glorious food. But anyway, um, so Jeff, like you see this like one moment he is uh conversing with the doctors, then all of a sudden like he stops talking, he just sort of like jolts forward a bit, and the doctors are
Whoa.
asking him like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he is breathing more heavily. He sort of like clutches his chest as if he like maybe he's having like a heart attack or something, and they're like, oh shit, is
Get
he
the
having a heart
doctors
attack?
away from him.
Well, no,
So
they
I see this happening.
you're not in the room. Collins is.
No,
Remember you said.
I'm sitting outside.
Well, hold on. I thought you said you guys were
said
taking shifts.
Yeah.
Right, I said I was sitting outside with my helmet on, eating a sandwich.
Oh, right. So yes, then you do see it. So the doctors obviously, I mean, they think he's having a heart attack. So obviously they're surrounding him, trying to, hold him down and like reaching for whatever. Then I don't,
So
out of character, I don't know
okay,
what.
so while that's happening, I'm gonna put my helmet on and start to run into the
Okay.
room.
So while you're doing that, um, so basically by the time that like you're entering the room and like you're starting to hear like pain groaning and like a shout here and there, and Collins, obviously you're seeing this firsthand. Um, I mean, the scientists are kind of, or the doctors rather, kind of blocking your view, but you see like a like a little jet of blood squirt out and screams from the scientist, and then like Jeff plops, like, I mean, he doesn't like fall off the thing, but like he was sitting up and then he just falls over. Um, and the scientists jump back, and you see, surprise, surprise, a chest burster. So if memory serves, you, I believe, take a point of stress, and I think can't. Isn't it when you see like a? Hold on, I need to double check this because I think there's a
When you
rule for like.
see a new creature for the first time, you do a panic roll.
Let me just double check that. So hold on, it's you encounter certain creatures or locations determined by the scenario GM. Then also a truly horrifying event occurs. So actually, you would do both. You are going to
Yeah.
take a point of stress and do a panic roll. Both of you, like Albert, as you're entering the room, you're seeing this. Well, no, hold on. You remember to roll the.
Stress.
Well, you add a point of stress and then you
There's a
do
new one.
2d6. Yeah, 2d6 slash or 2d6.
Plus
Okay,
2.
so Albert got 8 plus 1 stress, and then
That'd be a
uh,
total of 4 for me.
I'll be a total of 4. So you got stress level plus 1 for you and Collins.
So 2.
Yeah, so you both are at 2 stress. And then
Is
so
it safe to shoot my gun in here?
well, hold on. Well,
I'm gonna try.
we're going to enter initiative, so um let's see. So
I really don't want to accidentally hit somebody else
yeah.
again.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
hold
it's
on.
getting kind of crowded in that little room.
I mean, it's not as crowded as it was before, but
True.
um so
A fast little
hold on,
critter.
fucking thing, yeah, because he has duplicate combatant, so Roll. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Bye bye, Zeno.
Yes, we were ready.
We
God,
were
he's so
ready.
sad.
Okay, so you do have a -2 to shoot it though, because it's a small target.
Good thing I increased my shooting.
All right. Well, but it is Albert. I mean, do you want to go first, or do you want Collins to go first? I mean, you both are going before it, so.
Collins, what weapon do you have?
I have the pulse rifle.
Storm rifle,
That
you
is
mean?
not
I guess we
actually
can just
a
go in
pulse
the current
rifle, it's
order.
a storm rifle.
Okay.
I
So,
don't think that there's any benefit for you going, either one of us going before the other.
all right. Okay. Well, then Albert, you go first. You get a -2 to shoot it, but it's probably offset by your
Yeah,
full
so
auto.
I'm gonna do a free action and just shout at people as like, get the hell away from it. But everyone kind of backed up when it burst out, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna aim and go full auto on that mother effer.
Bye bye to our med bay.
And so like as this is happening, right, I'm like, oh shit, this is what happened to the captain. Probably, right? Because I kind of see the
Yeah.
same. Oh,
Oh, that's a mystery solved.
hold on, my game. I gotta restart the browser.
Sure.
Give me a second.
Sure.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna definitely gonna put.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Will the plot write itself? No, 2 successes.
Okay.
He's gonna die.
So.
Unless the panic
Yeah.
screws
Roll
it
your
up
panic
badly.
first. So 2d6 plus the 3 stress. So 6 plus, so that's 9, and then what is your resolve?
3.
Like, what is? Okay, so it's a 6. Which 6 is you cannot push any skill rolls until the end of the thing. So okay, but you do hit it, and you're probably going to absolutely destroy it. So
Let's see, so did they change the stunts with the new edition?
I think they technically did, but like I said before, I'm okay with either using the default stunt, like the stunts from first edition, or like second edition. They kind of changed it a little bit to where you can, like, if you come up with an idea for a stunt that isn't technically listed, like the GM can approve it.
Basically.
Okay.
Which, speaking of stunts, I do want to ask: are you going to save a stunt to conserve ammo, or no?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna do damage, so it'd be 3 damage.
Okay.
And actually, I will use a story point to do an extra damage.
Okay. So 4. So I'm gonna roll armor piercing for the hit. So wow, it actually soaked one of it. I mean, it's not going to do jack shit for it, but so he gets
Whoa, nice.
so he gets
Lucky.
hit once, and
He takes 3 damage.
okay,
Yes.
so okay,
Depends how you
so
want to do it. You can do the crits if you want to prolong it, or you can do the classical
well,
thing.
so I'll say this in a meta sense, and obviously it's a like group of more competent, likable, and mature players than a certain one that Emily. When you see this result, you'll know who I'm thinking of.
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
it basically, like, like it's trying to jump away, and you shoot it, and like the bullets like it flies back and hits the wall, it falls over, and that's like a squeal of like seeming death. So it's just lying there, and from what you can tell, you nailed it in one shot, and it definitely has some bullet holes in it. So
Probably safe to shoot it a few more times. Double tap.
yeah, about that. That kind of goes back to what I just said.
So I lose a point of stress from the merciless, right?
Yes, because as far as you know, you killed it. I mean, because
Well, I broke it, which counts,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as you're aware, you killed it.
It looks dead.
Yeah, like I mean, it does have bullet holes, and it is. Which, speaking of which, because you shot it, now we have to deal with acid splash. And you did 3
Oh
damage to
boy.
him. So acid splash, damage 3. Okay, that's not good.
Oh.
Um, so one of it gets through. Collins, you're not engaged with it, so neither is Albert. So neither
Not
of you get
currently.
hit, and the doctors probably wouldn't get hit either. So the problem is it's going to go through the deck plate potentially. So what is the whole rating of this ship? I'll just use that as the armor rating. Where the fuck is it? Vehicles, Ore Chariot. It has a armor of 6. So, and I'll basically I'll just roll it per deck. So luckily you're at deck A. So /R 66. Okay, so the acid goes through the first deck.
Oh,
Now we need to roll.
this
Okay,
is getting fun.
so that's deck A. So now this is for deck B. Okay, and then the acid does soak on deck B, but it does not get to the lowermost deck.
Okay.
Close.
But yeah, you
As
both definitely observe that.
so as a free action, can I shout a warning over the radio comms that we
You
have? Or
can, and everybody else, you would definitely have heard storm rifle gunfire. I also will say to Collins, if you want, you can do Overwatch just in case it, theoretically rises again.
Mhm.
Do we have
So
that container in the room still?
The container that the facehugger was in, yes, that is still in the
Yeah.
room.
I want to put it in there.
well, no. So you should
So you're
Overwatch
opposing
and
it,
have one of
okay.
the scientists do it.
Well, I'm keeping the scientists out of the initiative.
I don't want the scientists touching that thing.
Yeah.
I'll very carefully pick
Well,
it
they're more
up
medics.
with whatever I can find and dump it in the box.
Well, the box. I mean, it's got all acid, so it'll just eat through the box, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like sitting on the floor, bleeding acid that's burning through the hull. And so I would shout to tell people, hey, we've got a hull
Fair enough.
breach below. Someone get below the med bay on deck, whatever.
Yeah.
See.
So anyway, so Collins, are you going to try?
Overwatch.
Okay, you're Overwatch. Okay.
You Overwatch.
So then you're basically your turn is on sort of hold. Now the chest burst, so it is going to per the crit, because it thinks that you think it's dead, so it is going to regain a point of health, but then you can take a shot at it. You cannot aim, because it's basically your fast action was used to actually do the Overwatch, and your slow action is your shot.
Gotcha. So how does full auto work?
Full auto.
What
Do you
You
have
add a
machine gun?
stress, but you get
Plus
yeah. Do you
2.
have machine gun? So you add a stress if you don't have machine gunner, and then you get a +2. So it would basically cancel out the negatives on the
Right,
thing
because
if you
it's
do
a
it.
small target, so it's a -2.
That sounds
Good you
pretty
remember
worth
that.
it right now, yes?
I keep on forgetting it.
Yeah, so you just add a stress, and then it's a flat roll.
That's probably optimal.
Yep.
Does
Now
that
the
automatically work stress
okay.
too?
Okay. So roll 2d6.
Aye,
Okay, so that is 6 plus 3 stress is 9. What is your resolve?
Resolve, I believe, is opening my sheet again. Where do I find that? I'm sorry.
So it's calculated by your wits and empathy added up, divided by 2, rounding up. So if it's a fraction, you just round up.
3.
Okay, your resolve for 3, so the result is 6. You cannot push any skill rolls until the end of the turn. I mean, it's stretch in 2e, but it's turn in first edition, which this mostly is. So, all right.
Oh wait, it's rounded. Resolve is rounded up.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've been saying my resolve was 3, but it's actually 4 then. Okay, never mind. Continue.
So, okay. So, but you do hit him again. So, you get him down to 0, and then I will roll another crit. Oh wow. Yeah, it's not looking good for this guy. So is mortally wounded and contorts wildly. But I gotta roll acid splash. The acid, and then you did 2 damage. So, okay. Another thing of acid drips out. So I believe the whole rating was 6. So slash R, 66. Okay. So the acid doesn't the armor of the ship doesn't soak it. So then we go to the next deck,
Shit.
and it doesn't soak it.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
We're going to deck 3, baby.
Oh, you motherfuckers got so lucky. 2 successes.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
You say lucky, but we failed 2 rolls. That statistically we should have
Yes.
gotten a success on each one because you're rolling 6.
Yes. Technically, yes.
So, well, I'm just saying lucky is that there
You
wasn't.
fuckers achieved a statistically likely result. God damn it!
Well, no, I'm not bummed by it. I'm just saying that you
Yes,
like
I'm
it could have
obviously
been
yes.
worse. So, um,
Narratively, it's cool. It's
yeah.
progressing.
So, yeah. So anyway, but so you crit him, and then let's see what was the result. On its next initiative, it tries to kill the nearest victim, which I guess it goes after this doctor. And then I'm going to, because he has a biohazard suit, so I'll just put that on.
Ripperino to that doctor.
What?
Ripperino to that doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Redshirt.
Yeah. You don't
His
even have.
hazard suit is
You don't have a
probably red.
name
This thing is like
you-
covered with acid blood, and it's gonna like launch itself at his face or something.
Yeah. So, oops. All right. No, oh, you're right. Hold on. I'm stupid. I was doing it wrong. We were actually no, I did it right. Never mind. In terms of the acid, for some reason, like because it defaulted to deck B when I refreshed the Foundry, I thought we were on deck B, but the Med Lab is luckily for you on deck A. So,
Yeah. I was keeping track of that. We are very lucky to be on the top
okay,
deck.
so biohazard suit. I'm going to roll his or I can't roll his armor. Why not? Whatever. I'll just well, actually, hold on, wait. If it Yeah, it says on its next initiative, it tries to kill the next victim, so it basically has to just roll an attack anyway, so let's see what the attack is. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's still going to die, so...
Yeah, it's trying to escape and
Yeah, well, it's definitely
Yeah.
headbutting at like this vent cover trying to get through it, but it can't.
Poor thing. We molested a little baby alien.
And yeah, I was gonna say like it's bleeding out and then it eventually just dies. So by the point, like obviously, like I said, everybody hears the gunshots and like the Albert sounding the alarm. So I would say like basically you're running over here and then like you see Jeff is dead with a hole in his chest matching what you saw on Captain Taylor, and then there's this dead little thing over here,
What happened, goddammit?
and then you also see holes in the floor.
He was not
Shit.
okay.
Well, he is not okay anymore. What happened?
This little thing came out of him. What do you want? I don't know.
What? How's that possible?
Well, I'll just be like, I'm obviously I did a panic roll, so I'm pretty shooken up at this point. But I'm like, I think we know what happened to the captain.
Ah. But we've scanned him. He didn't seem infected. What? Are you two okay? Are you hurt?
Thankfully, none of us are. I mean,
I'll
besides him, but
God damn, Jeff.
wow, we are.
I'll sort of be staring at Jeff, and I'll be like, no, I'm not hurt.
Damn it. he just kind of cycles the little airlock thing and enters, back with his helmet on, etc. But he wants to see Jeff up close more a bit, and the thing that's dead there.
Deanna tags along because she's, I mean, obviously, concerned about, like what all happened, but is, from a scientist standpoint, utterly fascinated by, what happened. So she tags along with Conrad to inspect.
Dr. Diana, like,
Well,
do
realistically,
you
it would be
do?
Dr. Hensley, but you can call her whatever
Sorry,
out of
sorry.
character.
Yeah. Dr. Hensley, you see the size of this thing. How could that hide inside our engineer here and not be visible on the scans?
My only guess would be that perhaps at the time of the scan it wasn't fully grown. Maybe whenever it burst out of Mr. Locklear, that it had grown to full maturity and was ready to, for lack of a better phrase, come out.
Well, damn, that's well, that's a growth spurt. How is this even possible? So, oh shit, god damn it! So that's what happened with Manifest Destiny. They think they have one thing on their hand, and then it turns out to be another.
Says yes. Well, at any rate, we might as well, she reaches, grabs like whatever, like a pair of like medical like tongs or whatever, like um, very carefully prods the body with the tongs to make sure like there isn't any more acid leaking out. But when it's clear that the wounds have been kind of cauterized and there's nothing else leaking out, then she, um, instructs one of the doctors to get another like specimen container and then picks up the chest burster and puts it in.
We lost another member of the crew. Damn it.
No one else had one of these things attached to him, right?
Yeah, Jeff was the only one that had a facehugger, so.
So much for the quarantine procedures.
Yes, well,
Since these things are obviously capable of infecting or infesting or whatever other people, how can we be sure that they won't escape, that they are done for, that they are not filled with infectious eggs or whatever? Sheriff and Collins, can you describe what happened here? Why was there so much shooting? What did the creature do?
Came out of his
It
chest,
burst out of
sir.
him, man.
Yes, and
What else do we need to say, sir?
Like
It
looking
came out of his
him in
chest.
disbelief. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on?
yes, but
There isn't anything else.
but since this wasn't one shot, you've gone full auto in a spaceship, and he looks down. We have holes in this expensive Whalen Court spaceship. Like, what was that from the gunshots? What the hell? What kind of heat are we packing on board? Out of character,
The
he does not know
appropriate
about the
amount.
acid.
Well, no, you saw the acid when we shot the Xenos originally.
Oh yes, but he's not. He's kind of not putting two and two together. In the
I'm like,
sense,
it's the acid blood. Look at the floor. It's been eaten away. Look at the bones.
what the actual fuck? Oh my god, this little thing, and he's kind of peering down, almost bled through the whole goddamn ship. No.
think
These
it's
s-
all
these
of the
specimens are not fit for for a return trip to Terra Nova. No way.
That's what I was
And
saying.
um and
I think you've had a point, Simone.
and then Deanna hears this and she says, "Well, hold on now. They're dead. They have been repeatedly shot and bled out. Um,
We'll do it again if you want.
we may need to take you up on that offer, but either way, the specimens are secure and are fit to be brought back to Terra Nova."
That was before. That was before we thought. We first thought that we were just dealing with a simple creature, but if they are able to transform and inseminate and uh, do all of these things, how are we supposed to know that they haven't? If this thing bled through, now we need to take swabs of the metal grating and the ship and see if it doesn't have any biohazard bacteria, viruses, or whatever
Well,
on
we
it.
have the technology, we have the means to do that. We can do that before the ship touches back down to the colony.
How we thought when we were doing the basic scan that he was not infected, and I'm not presuming anybody's incompetence here. Quite the opposite. Even with all of our skills, we were not able to be sure of what was happening. So, please just explain to me, Doctor, how can you uh, guarantee that Terra Nova will not be um, subject to more out- outbreaks of any potential disease or infection?
She says, "Well, we can, start the. Marshall Zims, said that he wanted to, keep the quarantine in effect for 24. Well, actually, was that in reference to keeping Jeff specifically in quarantine, or like, are you basically just going to kind of change it to where like the ship itself will be in quarantine for 24 hours?"
Well, I was referring, to all of us basically, because I didn't know what was going on. But definitely now it's like, well, this thing burst out, but who knows what? Like, I have no idea what else could happen, right? Like, no one has
Right.
any clue
Yeah.
in character like how this stuff behaves.
Yes. So she
So I'd be
says,
even more inclined to like stay up here extra time and do like extra sweeps of the ship, or just keep everyone under study.
yeah. Um, she says, back to what Deanna was saying to Conrad. It's like, so, well, what we can do is we can run tests on where the acid burnt through the metal through the deck plate. We have the specimens locked up, and from what I've seen, the wounds on the smaller creature that burst from uh, Jeff's chest, um, which, for in the absence of another term, I'll refer to as a chest burster. Um, that creature, um, yeah, it was shot repeatedly. The wounds have been cauterized, so there shouldn't be any risk of it. Um, you know, especially if it was planet side, there's no risk of it. Like, what is it going to do? Burn a hole to the center of the planet?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, she's not really asking you. She's kind of talking to Conrad, but you can chime
He's
in if
saying
you
it
want.
rhetorically, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
They've been doing a bunch of things we haven't expected, so who knows what this thing does when it's dead?
She says, well, would it, um, we could potentially, with the marshal's consent, assign a security detail with the medical personnel to bring it back to the research lab, just to make sure nothing else goes awry with it.
Yes, I think we have to we just need to stay in quarantine a little bit longer. And I'm like clearly like shaken up as I'm saying it. I'm like kind of a little bit paranoid at this point,
Yeah.
because like Dustin already died, so I was already shaken up by that. But now this new guy died, who I don't think we had met before. Like Jeff, he was new, right?
Yeah, he was the new
Engineer, just
yeah, because
our
basically
backup.
like yeah at the time, so Danny was originally going with you as your engineer, but then I realized like well I didn't really like I actually had an engineer like support NPC made, but I forgot all about him. So like this next mission, Danny's like I'm busy, but here's somebody I'll recommend.
Oof.
So
Yeah,
man,
big
did
oof for
and
that
she's
she
gonna be
guy.
dodge a
pissed.
bullet?
Oh, and she's gonna be pissed I lost her
Yes, she is going to be
recommended
very
champion.
unhappy with you for. It's like
Oh, shit.
the fucking first mission I send him on, and you get him killed, like kind of. Yeah, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Um, so, yeah, I mean, is there anything else you were saying or doing in this scene, or saying to Dr. Hensley, or anything else?
If we're going to consider bringing them back, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I agree with the sheriff there. Yes, we need a prolonged quarantine, and these specimens need to stay in quarantine with us here until we are certain that the allocated time nothing changes with them, and they need to stay here in the med bay locked up, preferably when we patch the hole we have in our floor. But just to make sure, I do not want any more dead bodies, and I do not want to have to write more obituaries and explain things to dear friends and colleagues what happened to their their crewmates.
So, well, yeah, but anyway, Deanna agrees to those recommendations, and yeah, what follows is basically like like the scientists are taking doing analysis on the metal that was like corroded. Um, obviously the chest burster and the face hugger are still kept in their sealed like metal boxes. Um, I mean, obviously at some point I'm assuming people get some rest, or maybe
Oh
sort of
yeah,
taking shifts, because I mean 24 hours you're gonna need to sleep, or take some never sleep, but
yeah, showers, sleep, etc.
yeah. Um, so yeah, and also hi John. But so so basically like I'm just saying like the 24 hours will pass uneventful, like be like kind of uneventful, and yeah, once that passes, I'm assuming then you make the call to bring the ship back to the colony.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Reluctantly.
all right. A piloting role is not needed. You can get down to the planet safe and sound. Um, the and then like basically what follows is obviously but actually a question I have, what are you going to do with Jeff's body? I mean, Dustin obviously,
Launch it
you
into
said you're going to give
space.
him.
Space burial. Wrap it in rags. Salute. Play
Well,
it.
I think.
Song.
Well, I don't
Why
think
not a
so.
proper
We're right over the
burial?
planet. So they only did the space burial because they were in space, but we're gonna go back to the planet. So I think we would just give both him and Dustin normal burials.
Yeah, you can just hand
Exactly.
him over to the medical
Exactly.
team so they can um, make preparations for that. um, the,
So their colleagues can come along
yeah.
and have a proper proceeding.
So um, the what we call it? Like basically, so the medical team, Dr. Hensley and um, everybody else, um, were like they bring the bodies, they bring the samples. If you want, you can send Rosie and Elijah as part of the basically the guard, make sure everything goes as planned.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, then basically the medical drop shuttle leaves, and you're able to bring the ship down to planet. And no, that's not where we're ending, because we got another like hour or so. Um, so, um, back on the planet, because I remember Conrad wanted to have a meeting with a certain someone. Is that still true?
Let me.
Because Simone spoke to you about the very awkward Temples and
Oh
Trolls session.
yes.
Do
Oh
you still want to talk
yes.
to Fat
I think
Mikey?
Well, yeah, a few things have kind of changed his priorities there a little bit, but but but
Well,
for
you
the
don't have
hell
to
of it,
do it right away. I'm just
oh,
asking you, like, just so I know, because I have that scene prepared.
yeah, actually he will. Actually, he will want to do it. I can connect it. I can connect it thematically, and especially since he's even more, let's say, at the very least, pissed off with the whole proceeding of events. That'll fuel what I planned to do with him quite well.
Okay. So, where are you going to meet him? Are you going to meet him at the bar, or what are you going to do?
Oh, the arrangement was supposed to be in that little special private room in the bar that we had the drug dealers.
Well, I'm just
Did-
saying, if you have it like in just the open of the bar, I have something really funny planned, but that's up to you.
we can have it in the. Well, it depends. The thing is, he does not want witnesses, and I know this sounds a lot worse than it is.
Go.
Oh my god.
he wants a place without cameras, etc., without people seeing and hearing what he is going to say and do.
Okay. So Garvey will loan out the meeting room. He offers you if you want a drink. Before he says, like, if it's a guy you think you're talking about, you're going to need it.
Thank you. Double, please.
So. Okay, so he does that. I'm going to drag Conrad's token. Well, you could drag your own token in the meeting room if you want. So, and I'll
Where
also say
from?
that
Let me see.
this particular night, Arizona Sunshine isn't doing stand up. It's Selena Baxter, who's doing music. Anyways,
Sorry, PS, I can't drag my
oh, you
token
can't.
there. I don't know
Okay,
how.
interesting. Well, I'll fix that later, but for now, I'll drag Conrad.
I could just imagine he's there. It's not.
So
Yeah.
you're there, and then you like as you are sitting there with your drink, it's like in Jurassic Park when like the T-Rex is approaching and the water kind of ripples.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's basically that, but like a lot more rapid. And then the door opens, and then there he is. And he once again he's like, "Greetings. I take it you are the one who has summoned me for your quest."
Yes. I'm Mr. Bass. I am the corporate director of this little colony, little family we have here on this planet. I don't think we've met, but I have definitely heard of you. So, and he's pretending like he's looking at his information ID, basically. Mr. Michael, is it? Uh, P.S. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't like tell you in advance, but is there like anything uh, interesting or weird in his personal files, just that comes at the top of your head? But if there's not, he'll just
Like,
continue
are you
normally.
asking me or the character?
Yeah, you, the GM.
There's nothing like, he doesn't have like a criminal record or anything like,
Okay.
like any psychological. Well, surprisingly, he doesn't have any sort of like psychological reports, but
Yeah, that must be faulty. Some bribes or incompetence have been going on there.
yeah.
So it's like, Mr. Michael, can you remind me what is your job on this colony?
And he says, "Well, I'm the local janitor at the rec center, and I also run mystical adventures in the kingdom of Sadizaron. $20 a session."
Hmm. I'm looking over the paperwork, and maybe it's just buried there. So excuse me for that, but I don't see that you have a license for that. Who authorized you doing extracurricular activities besides the janitorial work?
And he says, like, "Well, I wasn't. I mean, you don't need a license to do it. I mean,
Well,
my boss lets me do it, and takes like a cut of it."
oh, it does he? Oh,
Yes.
well, um, things used to run differently around here. There used to be a lot of cut taking, and there used to be a lot of unofficial, unsanctioned operations of large and small caliber. But I've recently got reports about certain conduct at your sessions. Do you have any idea what that may be about? Why would anybody have an issue with what you're unlicensed doing there?
He's like, well, I already said you don't need a license for it.
I'm afraid that you do. You just haven't been aware because of our faulty leadership before. But I'm not taking that against you. I'm doing a favor for you there, Mr. Michael. I will certainly will not take that against you. But I've heard that there are some complaints. Do you have any idea what people would be upset about? Why?
No. He just says like he's completely clueless.
Well, I've had about, and he kind of is pretending like he's counting them. I've had about 14 reports
Written by
in the
one
last.
person. Well, actually, no, it'd probably be more than just
In-
one person.
Oh, he's just making shit up. Like, but I've seen 14 reports in the last 6 months, which are getting quite serious. So unfortunately, I have to intervene because with the last leadership, we haven't had good HR department curricula here. So I've read here that your actions have led to psychological damage. These are their words. Trauma, repeating nightmares, encouraging of deviant acts, implorable moral outtakes, and hygiene for some reason, along with endangering both the provider and the clients of the sessions.
And he just looks at you like, it's not that bad. In fact, it's not bad at all. It's freaking elite.
I'm just reading out what other people have been saying. So, I will do you a favor, Mr. Michael. I can make all of these reports go away in an instant. But you are barred from participating in those unofficial acts for the next, let's see, what other periods? You add this and this and this. For the next 1,458 days, after which, pending review, will be either given an official green light or continuing the probation. I understand that there was skimming off resources and people were doing their best to make a living. I completely understand that. So, against all better judgment, I am increasing your pay by 3.5%. And to get the toll of your mental pain and anguish you can maybe feel for not being led to do at your heart's contempt. But unfortunately, we have to consider that just because we want to do something, it doesn't mean that it's good for the greater good. I am also writing in that you are obliged to have weekly checkups with our designated psychologist, psychiatrist, I don't know. Do you have a dedicated kind of person
You probably
for
would,
that?
yeah, you would.
Yeah, a dedicated psychiatrist, and whatever they recommend for medications and etc., you will be obliged to follow the instructions at the penalty of risking your future employment at
Roll
Terra
me a
Nova.
D2.
Gladly.
Perfect. Yeah, so as this is going on, like you're talking, like the door opens and there's this woman there and saying it's like, Fat Mike, I've been looking all over the fucking colony for you. And then he turns and is like, I have a mom in the middle of a business meeting. And then they just start arguing, and it's like I've been looking all over for you. Dinner's almost ready, and yada yada yada. And then there's a remark. I thought I told you to stop wearing that damn wizard costume all over the colony.
Ah,
This dude's walking around dressed like Gandalf. What the?
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
That's why he's
And
recommending
the
him to a psychiatrist.
staff and everything. He has like his like wizards.
Why couldn't we get this guy face hugged? God damn.
Damn.
So
He might like it.
Yeah.
But like,
Aw.
but basically, yeah, he eventually, bickering with his mom, and then she, he's like, "Don't make me tell you twice," and it's like, yeah, he's more scared of his mom than you, so he just like scurries out.
Then he will politely just kind of ask the mother, in just a second, Mrs. Michael's mother. No need to worry. And he kind of gives one of those beautiful, trustworthy smiles, like he shall be out soon. He will be having some good news to tell you about a sudden promotion and pay raise he's been getting. We just need to hammer out the deal. But if he's just allowed generally just a second before he has to go,
No, he's
Conrad
not. He fucking hauls ass. That's when his mom shows up.
all right. He shall be writing in his kind of report, but basically to the psychiatrist about like grave concerns and like extremely
I
mentally
mean, he goes around the colony
unstable.
dressed as a wizard, so
Yes, he is. He doesn't have to embellish much, but he he will absolutely emphasize that he needs to be absolutely restricted with his movement and displays, and to medicate him, and that he kind of recommends a restraining order also for each and every client. Basically, he's trying to make sure that Fat Mikey doesn't ever again talk to Simone or anybody else at the penalty of forfeiting all of the shares, the job, and being reallocated to needed areas, which is code for being sent into the mines and not coming back up.
Oh my god.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
So maybe it's better that Mikey wasn't there to see him whisper that in his ear. But that'll be in the report to the psychiatrist that Conrad will make sure will follow through. So he just kind of gets out and
Let me ask you, did you have actually all the information, like the like accusations against him? Did you have that written down?
I didn't have like that literally written down now. I was like,
I don't mean like out of character. I mean like in character. Do you have a list?
In character, he will definitely be writing that down. Like, he is good with context, so he'll be kind of trying to falsify it in the sense that it looks like other people have anonymously.
You're giving it to his mom.
Please give it to his mom.
Yes, yes, he will. For the safety of dear Mr. Michael, his legal guardians, because he obviously isn't well enough to be considered a guardian of his own persona. So,
well, when you're saying like implying that she's like, he's not a child, he's 34.
Yes, but he is trying to revoke his status of being like an autonomous adult, like that his mother needs to approve of things. That's what he's trying to. So yeah, he's absolutely going to be sending that list to his mother.
Yeah, well, his mom takes it and is like reading over, like you see her eyes just widen in like a more angered way. It's like, oh my fucking god.
perverse demonic phallic
and then she
objects being
doesn't even
inserted
listen
during
to anything
session.
else, and she just like marches out of the room and goes after him.
Conrad kind of sighs with relief he hasn't felt in a long, long while. Like this is like killing somebody unarmed or something, breaking with the merciless. That's that's like half. But this is like it had to be done. So he just kind of gets out. He kind of nods to Garvey. Nothing was broken this time. Thanks for the usage of the room, and he just gives him one of his generous tips.
I was
And
also going to say,
strolls out.
because I decided to, because I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
my notes, I retconned it that in case you wanted to talk to the colony comedian, she is there tonight. But if not, that's okay.
He when he's passing by, he kind of casually notices her, and he's like, how's the room going? This night, have you been having fun?
She's performing, but she like she does acknowledge you, and like gives you like a smile and a thumbs up.
But he'll stay and listen. Like he's doing that to unwind from the mentally killing of a person that he has just been through. So he'll stay there and like have a listen to see how do these American soldiers deal with the shade of comedy. Is
Yeah.
it something up his alley?
But she resumes her acts like, anyway, as I was saying, paint stores are such a ripoff. I say that because at one point I went down to my local paint store to get thinner. It didn't work.
Conrad Snickers. Conrad Snickers for that, and kind of has a nod. Nice. A
And
bit,
then also,
bit on the nose, but
yeah,
what
it
you
says
gonna
like, I mean, of course, I'm only bringing that up because Thin Mints, they're so poorly named. No matter how many I ate, I never got thin.
do? Badoom, so they say.
And then, after the crowd stops laughing, it's like, anyway, to try to balance it out, I started a 30-day diet. So far, I've lost 10 days.
That's actually getting him from snickering to actual kind of more audible laughter.
Yeah. But she, she says, like it's like, at the end of at the end of like, however long the routine was, it's like, anyway, that is all. Thank you guys so much. I'll be here all week. You've been warned. And then like backs off and heads to the, heads to the bar to get a drink.
Conrad kind of thinks to himself, at least it's not another Mikey situation. Not a danger for the public health. Well, maybe I should welcome our new guests. So he kind of strolls up to her.
Yeah, I will say, before you get into a conversation with her, I will
Yep.
cut over to somebody else just to kind of
Yes.
pass the mic around.
No problem.
So, looking down the list, so El Preza Desperado, what are you up to in the aftermath of getting back to Terra Nova?
Well, I'm gonna go see my my Royal Guard. See how they've been doing. I'm gonna check in on them.
Okay.
That doesn't sound horrible at all.
So
Yeah, surely nobody's been tormenting them.
what do you mean?
I sure hope nobody's been tormenting them.
Oh, Fat
golly.
Mikey got that one guy. Oh God.
Well,
But,
I think
Okay, he's safe
that's
now.
more on Simone than on Fat Mikey.
oh yeah,
So
yeah.
someone
Now,
dragged him
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
There was way more than just him.
yeah.
In fact, Conrad, you not that I would know this, of course, but I was watching in horror the one session as like you were going around like messing with all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna check
I
in
don't
on
think he
everyone,
actually did meet.
see how they're
I don't think
doing.
he's really met them, to be
No,
honest.
no.
Like,
Well,
like
not directly.
Gorham is the first person he's actually spoken to. That's
Yeah,
part of the
yeah,
U.S. Army detachment.
maybe you think somebody else? Because yeah, I literally haven't gotten a chance to start things with them yet.
I think
But
he's
yeah,
thinking of me because I
Ah.
paid Garvey to give them a shots and just keep the liquor
Oh.
flowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
and,
yes! Oh
and
yes!
you were egging that on and like very indirectly encouraging this.
Drunken
Yeah.
soldiers on base. Hell yeah!
Yeah, so I'm gonna see how everyone's doing.
So you go to the to the barracks. So like not all the soldiers are there. You find like in one of the bunks like Simmons is there just like lazily doing like bouncing a ball off the wall and catching it because there's like nothing else to fucking do as far as he's convinced, and he's never going to the rec center again. Um, and then there's like I mean I would assume there's maybe like a little training room kind of dojo thing. Um, you hear a guy go stab, 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 like just like madly stabbing something.
Oh
I'm sure
God,
that guy's
Rabid
fine.
Robert.
Yeah, that's Rabbit Robert.
Oh God.
That guy,
Like,
yeah, totally good.
yeah, like you see, if you look in there, you see the guy that had like dark circles under his eyes and like oily bile running down his chin. That guy. Like he's the one that's
So I'm not gonna talk to him.
yeah, good idea.
I'm gonna talk to someone else that isn't that guy.
Well, basically the only other option is Simmons.
Well,
Or if you want
I
to go
guess
look for Gorham, you can, but
I already committed to talking to someone else that isn't the other guy. So I guess I'll go talk to the traumatized traumatizer.
yeah, the only iteration of Simmons who actually got a taste of his own medicine. But anyway, so he sees you enter, and he's just kind of like sort of dull. He's like, "Oh, sup?"
Yeah, how you been getting comfortable yet? You know? How you doing?
And
Anyone giving you trouble?
he says, other than that one bitch who dragged me to the fucking rec center and scarred me for life because of some nerd and his furry fetish. No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I can't imagine anyone would do such a thing. That's I really I feel for you, man. Wow, that's messed up.
It was good intentioned. I didn't realize it would bring out the Mr. Furry fetish.
Yeah, no, I'm like intentionally being like, wow, man, that's fucked up. Like, why would someone do that? Like, really fucking playing into the like, and I have no idea. I think I have no idea. So
Yeah, as
this
far
is
as I
just
know, you
some
didn't share
unnamed
that with.
person
Yeah,
that
he,
he's
yeah,
like
he
dogging
doesn't
on.
specifically name drop Simone, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
The path to hell is paved with good intentions.
or it's in like Jurassic Park 3, some of the worst things imaginable have been done with the best intentions.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, man, I'm really sorry to hear that. That's awful. Man, I can't imagine anyone would do that. That's horrible.
And he says, well, somebody did, and I hope to never cross paths with her again.
Well, hopefully, you know what? I'm right there with you, buddy. I hope I never meet that person ever. So is there anything else I can do for you?
He says, speed up the transfer until we can get off this planet and go see some actual combat. And he says, well, actually, I mean, on that matter, where have you been? Because I haven't seen you around the colony in like a week or more.
Oh, I was seeing some actual combat.
He's still like he was in the middle of bouncing the ball and he's about to throw it and he just stops.
Yeah, like you guys didn't get my email?
No. Did you even send an email?
I mean, out of character, I like between sessions said I was gonna call them up for yeah.
I love
I mean,
Presidente.
in my mind, I did.
Disassociated from reality.
But Yeah, well, it's somewhere in the Terra Nova channel, and that the idea was that it was like done between sessions there, but
Oh,
regardless, we could play it off as oh, you know what? Oh, there it is. It's in my drafts. Forgot to send it. My bad. Yep. Well, won't happen again. Hey, how do you feel about like space monsters?
what kind? Because I mean, here I'm out in space and I've already met 2.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like the evil individual that put you through that horrible experience. I mean more along the lines of like, big fucked up bug thing, like, then there's something else too. I don't know, all kinds of weird stuff going on. Someone got uh fucked by a crab. Wild stuff. Honestly,
I feel
you
like
know,
that should go into out of context quote somebody got fucked by a crab.
you might have been more
Definitely.
traumatized if you went with us.
Wait, you're saying like you would have been more or less? I didn't catch that.
More, probably. I mean,
And he says like, I don't know, it would have been a combat mission instead of just sitting around doing nothing.
yeah, but instead of like, the risk of dying is a risk of getting fucked by an alien. Not in a way that is desirable. But you know what? That's subjective. I'll give you that. Maybe you're into that. Regardless, I mean, I'll make sure I send the email next time. Make sure it goes through.
That's good. Please do that. So, are you gonna?
Where's everyone else?
Well, I would say, I mean, there were, realistically, like, because obviously like the barracks. I mean, most of the soldiers are there, but some of them are out and about. And he says like, well, I know Legally Blonde went down to the bar to do stand up, and then the rest, I don't fucking know. Went out to a
G.I. Joe
restaurant,
and the
went out to go
Faceless
fuck
Crew.
themselves. I don't know.
I hope not. We don't have the kind of facilities for that.
Caption yet.
Yeah, well,
Asterisk.
well, okay. Well, you know what? I guess I'll leave you to it. Again, need anything, let me know.
Sure. Thanks for checking in. He says,
And
very
oh,
kind of
and the guy
half-heartedly.
with the knife over there,
If you're going to ask what's wrong with him, we
keep-
don't know.
no. I'm not really worried about what's wrong with him on like a personal level. More of just keep an eye on that guy. If you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll step out and I guess go to my office and do whatever it is I do there, paperwork or something.
All right. I'll circle back to you, well, potentially. So for Simone, what are you up to in the aftermath of getting back from the expedition to Koi 416C?
Excuse me. First, I'm gonna yawn apparently. But probably Simone will be going back to like the shared apartment, and she's gonna be working on like baking some stuff like cookies and stuff because
To,
that's her way that she relaxes after in
you're
space.
you're going. Wait,
Goodness.
where'd you go to do that?
Like, don't we have a kitchen and like
Yeah, you have a
at
housing
the
housing
apartment?
complex.
Yeah, at the housing complex.
Okay.
Ugh. Words
Uh,
are bad
So
today.
okay. So I mean, are you just doing that, or like who are you delivering? Are you making the cookies for anybody specifically, like to deliver somewhere, or just make it for your housemates?
Well, I'll make some for the housemates. Then, yeah, I'm also gonna bake a batch because I did say that I wanted to go and try and smooth over what happened with Simmons. So I guess I'll just be, I'll bake enough for like the entire the unit that's there, but specifically like, this is an apology to Simmons for, I was trying to make him come out of his shell, not horrifically traumatize him.
Okay, so Simone is baking. What is for the guys in security for Albert, Conrad, and or not Conrad, Albert, um, Collins, and if you're playing and not like just supervising or spectating rather, John for Richard. What are the three of you guys doing?
I am probably writing a letter to Dustin's family, and I am also probably going to be meeting with other security folks because I need to find out who's sort of going to replace him. So I'm going to figure out who I trust, and maybe we can do that via chat after the game or something like that. But
I mean, if you prefer, we can, or we can hash it out now.
I mean, I haven't thought about it, like who would be
Well,
the person.
I would suggest. I mean, maybe you can go over the files of the new people, or keep in mind, like the participation of the two new hires that of the NPCs anyway that came along, on the mission, like notably, Rosie, for example, because I mean,
Yeah,
she had the longest time out in the field and did a good job. So,
yeah. I mean, I thought she did a good job. I just personally don't know her well yet, so that would be the thing.
okay. Well, I'm just mentioning that she's potentially your most promising option if you choose to go that route. You don't have to, but you can talk with others if you want.
Right.
And obviously, if you want to get either of the security team PCs in your corner, you can if they consent to it. So, but it's up to you.
Yeah. So I mean, I think let me. I need to reread their stuff.
Is that handout still visible? I can make it
Yeah,
visible.
I
Okay.
found it.
Well, while you're reading over that, for Collins and Richard, I mean, again, if Richard is you know present and like
I,
playing.
I am present physically. I don't know if I'm here
Okay, so
mentally yet.
you're just going to spectate basically.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
spectate, so I kind of know what's going on
Okay.
for next time.
Fair enough. So Collins, I guess that leaves just you. What are you up to? Kenshin?
You're muted, Kenshin, if you're speaking.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll cycle back to Conrad then. Um, so back in the bar, so you've um, I don't think you probably got her name, but you've seen at least
Not yet.
once or twice the woman from the U.S. Army detachment doing stand up at the bar. And next thing you know, you're there sitting having a chat with her. So what are you saying to her?
Hey, I don't think we've gotten introduced yet, but I've seen you taking a liking to that podium there, having some fun. Uh, I'm Conrad Bass. I'm the corporate director here. I like to just kind of get to know everybody that comes newly aboard our little land here. how are you doing? What's your name?
Well, I mean, when you say that first part, she's like, "Well, that's sweet of you. It's good to know there are people who care." And she introduced a hand to shake. It's like, I'm Sergeant Hillary Gorham. Pleasure to be meeting you. Quite a pleasure."
Hello, Gorham. Have you tried the local drinks?
I have, and they absolutely rock. And she's like, "You hearing that? You hearing that, Mick?" And he gives her a nod.
Yeah. When I first got a hold of it, I was thrown to the floor. How strong and vibrant the tastes are. So I'm glad that people have some unique things to taste around here. And I just wanted to say your stand up over there was quite fun. Quite fun. Like congratulations there. I mean, I obviously have eyes and see. I know you are with army detachments that came, but have you been a professional like comedian before you enrolled in the army, or this is just for fun?
She says, "I wasn't anything professional, but I'm always one to try to share a laugh if I can."
Well, maybe one day when you decide to retire from the soldiering front, such a career could await you. It seems that others are pretty uh, happy with your performance as well. I mean, honestly, I was never a huge like fan of American comedy. I'm more of uh, the good old UK uh, comedic tropes, but I was surprised that you've got a few chuckles out of me. I don't know if it's just because you soldiering types, you have such an honest and open and intense kind of sense of humor. Maybe it comes with a bit of that, a dark humor undertone that makes it all work. But I I surprisingly liked it.
And she says, "Well, that's very sweet of you to say, because I mean, it's like it's good to know. I mean, it's one thing, when the crowd laughs and cheers and claps, but it's another thing when somebody personally, you know, acknowledges it. So thank you."
No
And
problem.
she
Uh,
then she kind of spins a conversation like, "So, because I can't remember, did you say you were the corporate director or no?"
yes, yes. He
Okay.
he. You just went quickly over that title.
Oh, he did. Okay. Um. So she says, "Oh,
How have you been liking the colony over these few days that you've been staying? Have is everything to your liking? How have you and your posse over there having time to adjust? Is everything to your liking?
she says, yeah, this place is great." She's like, "Well, I mean, for one thing, as sort of rear line reserve kind of infantry, we weren't really getting to do much anyway, so it's more kind of downtime. And I mean, in here, this colony, I mean, there's so much to do. I mean, there's a great bar. I get to do stand up. There's a rec center that has lots of fun stuff to do. This place is great."
No, I'm glad you're liking it at least. Are your friends adjusting well to it as well?
Um, well, I mean, she kind of like it is reflecting the fact that she would, out of kindness, refer to them as her friends, but not so much the other way around. She's like, "Well, my squad, I mean, the squad leader, is even grouchier than usual. Please don't tell him I said that." Um,
Of
and then
course, between
Rabid
us.
Robert, I mean, he doesn't seem any more or less adjusted so long as he has something to stab. Um,
All right.
and then the rest of the boys are just kind of keeping to themselves, doing their own thing. So,
Are they a bit bored by the downtime life? I don't know if they are more fond of the action scenery.
I mean, some of them, signed on because they wanted to see combat and are kind of bummed that they didn't. Um, so I mean, because I mean, in the time we've been here, the place has been pretty quiet. So,
Well, hopefully, yes. It stays that way. We've had a few unfortunate incidents in the past months and year, but we've got things under control always quite quickly. So there's unfortunately I don't think anything of the expected type of action that military units would be um, like completely adapt to. So I'm I'm sad that they maybe aren't completely fulfilled while your stay is here. I mean, but if they are bored a bit, like the stay won't be too long, right?
She says, well, from what we were told, I mean, it's gonna be a while before we transfer out, so I don't remember how long that's going to be, but I mean, I'm not in any hurry to get going, so.
Of course, of course. I would wish all of you to stay as long as you like. All of you are absolutely welcome. But yes, so if your departure time is at a question mark in the quite distant future, then yes, I would have I would have been a lot more glad if they were also able to adapt as well as you seem to have here. Do you, do you think that maybe we could organize some events, fun activities, some welcoming uh, type of events for the rest of the squad? If you think that's a good idea at
She
all.
says, I mean, I'd love to participate. I don't know if the rest would. But I mean,
Oh,
you've got me on board.
okay, that's already one. That's more than enough. But I'll check around to see if there's any interest there. What type of activities would you recommend?
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't really have any ideas, to be honest with you, she says. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I'm pretty much
guessing.
down for trying whatever, but
Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing things like interesting physical games, some bowling or shooting ranges or something, shooting competitions, and just little competitions for building out team camaraderie and for people to kind of get around barbecues, maybe just
I
so
love barbecues.
people can. Oh, you do? Nice. Yeah, I mean, have you all been able to kind of meet and mingle with the rest of the colonists here, or is it just is it like normal for when these rotations are to you all keep to yourselves? I'm just not informed.
She says, well, I mean, in terms of short-term deployments, usually not, but if we're going to be here for a while, I mean, I figured I might as well try to make some friends while I'm here.
I hope so. That's lovely to hear. The people around here are generally quite friendly, like so. You shouldn't have uh, any issues. But like, if there's anything that particularly bothers you, or you think is needed, or have suggestions, feel free to contact me. I'm sure you've all been made aware where our offices are. So you can always like let us know if anybody of us on the council, if there's anything that you all need or suggest or notice in particular that you just want to be uh, set out there. But yeah, I won't be taking uh, any more of your time there, but like have as much fun as you want with the comedy nights here. That is something that I haven't really noticed here before until you've tried it. So that's a lovely bit of a more diverse entertainment that I'm always up for, and seems that people are having quite a laugh and quite enjoying it. So, way to go! Uh, if you and he's kind of like joking, if you ever decide to leave the army life, a position as a comedian here, you seem to have that already kind of reserved for yourself there. So, uh, you have that option. he's just kind of jokingly in the sense saying it. But I won't be keeping you here anymore. I have some other things to do. But it was lovely meeting you. Have another drink there on me, Garvey. Bring out the good stuff.
Yeah, and he comes over and he does exactly that. So
See you. Lovely meeting you.
yeah, likewise, she says, and says like, if you ever need to find me, just seek me out here, or I guess possibly at the well, she says like the three most likely places to find her out in the wild would be the rec center, the barracks, and then here. So but she also will give you
All right.
her contact info if you ever want to like call her and go hang out.
He'll do the same. Reciprocate like
Right.
just normally.
So
Okay. And he kind of
um
buzzes off.
so I was going to ask, do you guys, because we can do like, so based on the sort of schedule I put in group notes of like the this cycle, like if you want, we can sort of you guys can receive any mail, like any responses for messages you sent out by this point.
Hmm.
So my quick question for Albert is based on what we were discussing last time we focused on you. Do you want to hash that out in DMs, or have you made up your mind now?
I mean, we could role play a meeting with me and Rosie to talk through it if you want, or we could just assume that off screen or whatever, I talk to her and sort of, say like, hey, I need a new right hand woman, basically.
Yeah. And yeah, like I mean, you could just kind of you don't have to have that whole conversation unless there's something specific you want to iron out with her, but she'll take you up on that offer and thank you for the opportunity, and so she won't let you down. And you
Mostly,
definitely
yeah, I would just be like, hey, like we've been, you saw what we're up against here. Like you understand better than just about anyone else what the situation is and what the threats are.
says, of course, sir. So you two will have that meeting now. As for the mail, so mail call, um, I have messages for hold on, where's email cycle? I think it was for Conrad, Albert, and Richard, which I will make a handout visible in just a sec. Um,
You got mail.
yes.
Oh boy.
So I will make this handout. Hopefully I did this right. So configure ownership. Oh, God damn, it's doing that screen glitch. For John Observer, Greg Observer, and Megas Observer. So let me know if the permissions show for email cycle 3 and that it only shows your emails.
I don't see anything yet.
You don't? I made email cycle 3 visible.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
And do you
Now,
just
now
see
I do.
your chapter, quote unquote?
Yes, I just I see Blank and
Yeah,
Conrad.
I
Yep,
set
yep,
blank there
perfect.
just so I have something to click on to open the handout without
Yes,
showing anybody's stuff. So
yes.
you guys can just read over that right quick.
Mm.
Sorry, where is this?
Okay, so if you look in campaign handouts, there's
Yep.
emails cycle 3 as a handout that you, John, and Greg have ownership over because your characters have mail. Do you guys
Oh,
see that?
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you open that, you
Is
should
that
just have
that's what we
a
can
chat
find out for.
blank and then Albert.
Okay. Do you want me to read this now? I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, you can read it now. You don't, and obviously you don't have to read it aloud. But like, if you want to read it now, you can. I mean, whatever you want to do. So, and then I guess while the three of them are doing that, um, is anybody else going to want to have any kind of scenes?
I have returned.
Oh, welcome back. Are you for because basically just as a quick heads up, like so, Albert, Conrad, and Richard just got some emails for the sake of El Presidente, Simone, and Collins. Are the three of you going to want to do anything within the last like 10-ish minutes of the session?
I don't. Nothing for me comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing springs to mind
If he's
for me
not on
either.
shift, he's probably just gonna go try and make friends,
Okay.
especially after the traumatic experience.
Yeah. Are you going to try to meet up with any specific characters of the rather large cast, or are you just going to kind of,
Just mingle with the ex-soldiers and stuff. Maybe share war stories.
like talk with the
stuff.
people in the security division?
Yeah,
Okay.
he wants to be social.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, interesting.
You guys still reading over your handouts?
Yeah.
Yep, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, no
I've already
rush.
read mine.
Yeah, I mean, you only had the one thing, but
Bastard.
Yeah, so it was.
You're doing the smart thing of actually being focused and concise instead of us.
Hey, I have one job and I'm gonna do it right. Damn it.
I do also want to ask, while that's going on, are you like, I mean, because obviously we'll handle it next session. Are you guys going to have the an awkward talk with Danny about the death of Jeff?
Oh shit, yes. Oh god, yeah, Connor has to do that.
So,
Oh
before
my
we do that-
god.
Before we do that, I guess I have to have some news here where the observer is apparently missing.
What?
Oh shit.
So I don't know how exactly that was supposed to happen, but okay. Well, yeah,
wait,
it was supposed to show up and it never showed up, so they don't know what happened to it.
Wait, remind me. Wait, the Observer was the ship previous from Manifest Destiny?
That's,
Yeah,
that's the ship that we sent the prisoner people on,
Oh, that
yes.
ship.
the scientists. And also, I got another thing saying that those scientists are definitely thieves.
What the fuck?
Ah, well. Surely that won't come back to bite us.
Well, it can't, because the thing is that those scientists were put in cryosleep, or like the thieves were put in cryosleep along with the Seegson personnel.
Did we check if all of the Seegson personnel were human? Maybe.
Yeah, we did. I specifically asked to make sure that
Yeah.
none of them were synths.
Fuck. Oh no, that's gonna be another huge fucking bill. Oh my god, Ashby. Ashby is going to eat my ass out. He's gonna eat my ass out. I'm going. Oh my god. And I've
You also
just
have to
got.
remember, you didn't
Yes?
pay for that ship though either.
That's true.
Ah,
We had crew on it.
Oh,
Who
good.
was the crew that we sent?
You sent let's see.
Everyone is dead.
Yeah, because you sent, let's see, I think it was, let me go to the colony overview because I think I saw those tokens. So you sent 3 security officers in the form of Amelia O'Reilly, Kent Brackett, and Thomas Engelhorn. You sent a generic doctor. You sent the colony's spare pilot, Ashley Zanelli. And then in terms of prisoners, you sent Sierra Camden, Andrew Dow, Dave Andrews, and the corporate merc from Seegson, and then you sent Jennifer McLean and her merry band of thieves.
Okay. So are we going to find out what happened, or are you going to tell us out of character, or what here?
You might find out.
Okay.
Maybe not at this time.
World
but...
may never know.
Ah, shit. Another expensive. And we wanted to take the manifest to have another ship instead of having +2. We are at -2.
There's no way in hell you would be able to take the Manifest Destiny. Fucking crash.
Well, yeah, but
And on top of that, it
Presidente had a good
exploded.
idea for the parts. Well, yeah, before it exploded, Presidente thought we could get more of the parts and kind of rebuild our shit, but
I thought he
Kinda
just wanted to
gotta
get
piece
any like
things back together.
valuable like treasure.
Well, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand.
we got some valuable treasure. Yeah,
in the form of two
Ashby,
casualties.
Ashby has directed me to keep this on the down low regarding the specimens. So yeah, we need to talk with the scientists, etc., to make sure that they are not letting. I mean, I've already told them that everything they see there is confidential, but we need to make sure, just in case, like the other plebs in the colony, they should not know because. Well, Ashby believes that we shouldn't spread paranoia and it affect productivity and such shit, but
I love how you said that
yeah.
so mockingly.
Well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't give a fucking shit. If you, and this is the worst part.
That
I mean,
their bosses sometimes.
well, yeah, but the response I got from this is the first one he hasn't been chewing my ass out. That it's almost neutral. It's almost neutral, which in his language to me I interpret means almost complimenting me. But with this new fucking thing we got from Albert the News, then oh, I can be happy for the next message I'm gonna be getting. God damn. It's so fucking hard to be the middle manager when you're trying to like uh, satisfy their greed for productivity, and at the same time, I'm trying to not kill everybody on Terra Nova with uh, what they want me to do, with bleeding people dry. But
Um,
so
yeah. Anyhow,
in character, Conrad is just going to, when he kind of like sees Simone anywhere, just crossing her by or whatever casually, he's just going to like quickly say, "Oh, just so you know, your concerns you told me about somewhat a while ago. You don't need to worry about that. You'll be stress free from now on."
Okay. Um, do I want to know what you did to him, or
mafia style. Don't worry, he won't be a problem no more.
Um, I have listened to your advice and I uh, restrained myself. He is alive. I'm just messing with you, Simon. He's okay. He's okay. Don't you worry. Uh, he will not be a problem. He will not be a problem. And heck, I've even given him a raise to make sure that he doesn't spend his time molesting the minds of our fellow colonists.
Well, you
But
already said like he won't be a problem. He'll always be a problem for his mom.
she birthed him. She deserves what she has done. She has created in Conrad's mind. But he's trying to spin this. Oh, he's alive. He just won't be having the games anymore. We've had a lovely chat, and he won't be bothering you at all. At all. If he does, things will be dealt with differently. But I think he has gotten the message. So no worries, no worries. Everything was amicable to your wishes there. Oh, and on the other hand, I think you are right about what you said about the specimens that we. It would have been better if they wouldn't have come back with us, but now it's too late. I don't know what else to do there. We just have to be careful it doesn't spread. But and next time you have those kind of preservation instincts, feel free to speak up as early as you feel them. I It might be wise for me to listen to you more a bit. Even you're not just good there for prospecting. You have weirdly accurate and helpful instincts in whatever situation you put in. So I'll definitely make a note of that.
I would say that
Oops. Thank you.
on that note, that's where we'll wrap for today. You all get 5 XP.
Okay.
And I would say in this case, with the main crisis dealt with, and it's not technically the end of the cycle, but you all get a story point. So
Whee!
I
Awesome.
love 5 EXP. It's my favorite.
So, I mean, if you want to spend that now, then you can, or you can
I'm
save it later.
considering it.
Let's save it for now.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See ya.
Good time.
Hopefully you all had
Thanks
fun,
for
by
the
the way.
session, sir. Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%.